And we're live. Sweet. Okay, we're in. Lewis, I see you've been busy in here. Oh no. Awesome. Good to see y'all. Good to see you, Lewis. Let's see. Lambretta, Jason Goot, Ontario. That name looks familiar. I don't know if I'm familiar with you though. Welcome in. Hey, Vegan Heretic. No injustice lasts forever. Good to see you. Little Vegan Peg. Jake. All right. Oh, wow. We got a full list. Martin. Oh, my God. Kim Cat. Oh, wow. Just all the celebrities. Okay. Well, welcome in, guys. I'm honored. It's good to see y'all. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry that I started. I was going to be on time for once, and I realized my background didn't have my resources on it, which really stinks because it's really far down. If I'd have realized, I'd have it much higher, but whatever. We're here now. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get. Oh, what's up, Keith? I see you, Donna. Oh my gosh, vegan matriarch already passing out the roses. Thank you so much. Wow, so good to see y'all. Oh my gosh, making me all flustered over here. Oh, I did get the link, so let me do that. To request up. Okay, we'll put that there. Pin. Cool. All right. So all those in my other chat, if you want to come over here to TikTok, where the cool people are, just kidding. We're all cool. I love you all. But if you're non-vegan and you want to come over here and talk, or even if you're vegan, you want to come up on the panel, just hit that link that I pinned in the chat, and you're welcome to pop on over here. Good to see everybody, though. Aw, love you too. Protein. Yes, vegans get all the protein. You're on both, Vegan Heretic? That's too funny. Get like an echo effect going on. Actually, there's a delay between YouTube and TikTok, right? So there's actually, you have like two conversations going on almost. Aw, thanks, O. W to O. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I'll go over my background real quick and we'll go ahead and get started. Let me get my, oh, we already have some requests. Hey, guys, I'm sorry for making you wait. Where's the window? There it is. Took forever. Goodness. Oh, what's up, Axel? Good to see you.
What's good?
All right. Well, are you ready to take on some wonderful people?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. Oh, I want to go over my background real quick. So I'm vegan stoner lady, and hold on, don't unplug my stuff. I'm vegan stoner lady, and I want to talk to you about why you're not vegan yet. Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings. Basically, I don't want to enslave someone else because I don't want to be enslaved for someone else. So I'm just extending that same respect that I want given to me as a sentient being. Even if I lose my sapience, my ability to think about thoughts, or any of my intelligence, I still want to be respected. So I just want to know what's keeping you from living in alignment with that principle, because I feel like we all share that principle, but many of us, our actions are not aligned with that. So I'm just here to be like, hey, morally speaking, your fly is down. What's up? And then I also have antianimaluse.org. It's a great resource. Lots of other resources in it. If you click on it, it takes you to a page that says, see what I fund. If you hit that button, it takes you to a 3-minute clip. I don't know what you would call it because it's not the full documentary, but it's 3 minutes of showing you standard practice. And if you are willing, which I would much more prefer, is that you go watch Dominion. It's free on YouTube. Again, it's on my website too, antianimaluse.org. It just shows you, again, standard practice, what's inherent in using animals, what has to happen for them to end up either on your plate, on your back, in front of you as entertainment, or tested on for cosmetics. It's important that you know what you demand. so that, you're a fully informed person. And if you choose to continue to exploit animals in that state, you know, you should really ask yourself, like, what in your mind makes that okay? And would you tolerate that excuse if you were the victim? Don't touch touchscreens when you're not trying to touch them. All right, Elena, I see you waiting there. I appreciate your patience. You got to be over 18. How old are you?
Hello, I have a really quick question.
Are
Okay,
you are you over
so
18? Okay. If you're not going to tell me your age, I'm going to
no,
drop you immediately. That's the way that it goes. Oh my gosh. Anybody over 18 want to come up and talk?
With that amount of impatience, too, they did not sound over 18.
Yeah, I didn't think. Well, so Elena, I see you in the chat. Why don't you put your comment in the chat? Because you need to tell, like, when I'm talking, you need to tell me your age. You were just quick to keep talking about your question. So I assumed you were a child. With tofu, because I can't with seitan. Oh, with recipes. So what I would do is I would actually look up cheap lazy vegan, or look up your favorite dish and put the word vegan next to it. And you'll figure out, how to feed yourself. That's usually the best way, because you're going to find the foods that you want to eat. If you need more help though, which is totally understandable, maybe you don't know how to get all your needed nutrition. There's a couple of resources that are on antianimaluse.org. You can look up on Google vegan Dailey Dozen. You can go to nutritionfacts.org and look up their Daily Dozen. And it just gives you a quick little checklist of whole foods on how to get everything you need in a whole food plant-based diet. And if it's more like you don't know how to cook those things, again, that would be better for vegans that are having cooking channels, because they'll, break all that stuff down for you. So, yeah, definitely go check them out. Derek Seriano is one of my favorites. He is the founder of Wicked Kitchen. So you can go find him. He does really good recipes. But Cheap Lazy Vegan is cheap and lazy and easy, delicious. So, yeah, there's lots of places to find delicious recipes. Even here on TikTok, you can find delicious vegan recipes. Excuse me. So, yeah, if you can scroll on TikTok, you can find out how to feed yourself. All right. Oh, wow. Can I read it? On YouTube, vegan. Oh, right. You have to go to the other menu. How come I can't read it? Well, thank you for the £5. I don't know if you put a message in there or not. It won't let me read anything. Did you just give me £5? Is that all it is? That's very sweet. I very much appreciate that, vegan. Is it Christian? Thank you so much. That was very sweet. W's in the chat for vegan Christianity. There we go. Now I can see your full name. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's very sweet. I haven't decided where it's going to go. It's either going to be donated to like a sanctuary, or I might put it towards anti-animal use. We'll see, but I'll be transparent whatever happens with it. So I do appreciate it. It's going to go to helping us for sure. I gotta tell you, parking to do street outreach is expensive over here. It's like $10 to $13 every time. There's one place that's always 12. Vegan Christianity, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Like, don't worry about more. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, I saw O gave me a heart. Thank you so much. Vegan Matriarch giving me more roses, handing out the roses. I love it. And the heart. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate y'all. I don't want to be annoying, so I won't announce them all the time, but I'm going to be much better about announcing them when you guys do that, because you deserve your kudos for being so sweet and, trying to help me out. So I really appreciate it. Let's see. We got some guests. Gormer. Hey, Donna. Sorry, I didn't say
How are
hello to
you?
you. Good. How are
Oh,
you?
that's okay. I'm just picking up a couple bottles of wine for an event this
Nice.
weekend. But I'm also, can I just announce something? Because I've been
Please.
on this committee for like 25 years now. Um, this was, and I say it was the first vegan race, but I volunteer for Poplar Spring Animal Sanctuary. It's a farm animal sanctuary, and every year, it's the week after Mother's Day. They have a 5K race for the animals that are in the sanctuary, and it's in Maryland. However, we also allow people to do it virtually.
Oh, wow.
So it's May 17th. I'll see if I can put the link in there, but yes, it's my favorite place on earth.
That's
And I haven't
awesome.
been there in a while. And it's an all vegan race.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
where is it again?
The race takes place in Wheaton Regional Park in Maryland, Silver Spring.
All right. I'll write it down so I can look it up.
But
Awesome.
you can actually do it virtually. So maybe if you could post it on your page somehow.
Yeah.
They got the best link. I don't know how they did it, but they did it like maybe 25, 30 years ago. Animalsanctuary.org.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty straightforward. Yep.
Yes. So if you go to animalsanctuary.org and you go to events, you can find it there,
Okay.
and you can make a team. I know it's last minute, but anyway, I'm not trying to push anything, but yes, I am trying to push something.
Yeah, we're going to save the animals. Awesome.
Save the animals.
All right. Yeah, I'll do something about that afterwards, but I have it written down so that way I don't forget. Thank you for sharing with us, Donna.
Yeah.
All right. So, Goimer, you are definitely not coming back up again. You've broken that trust. Panzer. Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 58 years old.
Okay, right on. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Oh, I am.
You're vegan?
But, well, I'm pescatarian.
Oh, okay. So what's veganism?
Veganism is being ethical to all sentient life.
Yeah, by not exploiting them, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you know Deb's the vegan, but I talked to her once because I kind of disagreed with her, and she kind of turned me around. She had me watch a documentary called Dominion, and I'm like, no, no more meat.
Right on.
But-
Okay. Well, fishes. What about the fishes?
Yeah, well, I'm actually a lay Buddhist as well. I try to follow a middle path, which is more important to
Who's it more
certain
important
things.
to? Who's it more important
Well,
to?
I mean, I'm on disability. I can't afford a lot of vegan stuff, and I can't.
Pescatarian
definitely can't.
is one of the most expensive diets.
Yeah, but the expense goes into vitamin B.
Okay, but you just said though that you can't afford a vegan diet.
No, I can't. I will not eat chicken. I will not eat pork. And I will not eat
Why
beef.
not? Why not?
Because it's not ethical.
Why not?
To
Why
other
is it
women.
not? Why is it not ethical?
Because we're all beings on this planet.
Yeah. So what makes fish different?
Fish. Let me try to explain this in the way that I can understand it and justify it, as in not trying to buy supplements for
What's
because
wrong
my
with
body.
supplements?
I can't afford them.
Supplements are
afford
cheaper than fish.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't eat
They
fish
are.
all the time. I don't eat fish all the time.
Then why are you eating them?
Because I don't think I take enough pills. I don't.
What
And
vitamin?
you see, that's
do you
my
think-
problem.
Hold on. What vitamin do you think you need from fish? Because it's not B12.
It's not.
No.
Okay. What is it then? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe
It's-
omegas, but you can get those from flax seeds.
I don't trust pills. I don't think they absorb
You
into
just
your
said
body.
that you take pills already.
No, I take.
I think you're being inconsistent. I think you're scared of change. That's what it sounds like. And I'm wrong. Fish does have B12 in it, so I do apologize. But where do you think the fish even get it from?
I don't know. Educate me, please.
They get it from seaweed. They get
Sure.
it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, you could even get it from seaweed.
Yeah, but you ever see that I'm not rich.
You don't have to be rich. I'm not rich. Like honestly, vitamins are one of the cheapest things you can get.
Yeah, but they don't absorb into your body
They
as
do. What
they
makes you
do.
think they don't? They do
I
absorb,
don't know.
yes. Okay. Well, I urge you to go into an AI search and start asking about vitamins and their efficacy.
Okay,
Start
I
actually
will.
reading studies, because I think that a lot of us have been told this kind of a dogma that supplements are bad and getting things from natural sources is better. It's like there are certain times when that's true, but that's not a flat, blatant rule. If you go to the doctor and you have a B12 deficiency, do they feed you an animal part or do they feed you a supplement?
Yeah, that's not an animal part. I agree.
That's what I mean, is that those supplements are efficable. They do work. And sometimes they're even better than the animal or whatever the other source. So that's why I was
Right.
like, you should look into the science of it and not just assume that supplements are bad.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. It's just it's at a part where, like I said, I'm not really afraid of change. It's just I I seek things, I experience things as levels of as I can understand at the
So
time.
instead of thinking about everything you need to change at once, the way I did it is every time a new opportunity presented itself, some choice that I had to make, I made sure to make that choice vegan. So I didn't I actually did when I first tried plant-based, I did clear out my kitchen, but I don't always encourage people to do that. It's more like don't purchase any more. Don't add to it.
Right. Yes.
And
Yeah.
and don't think about, oh, I got to change all these habits. It's more like my next meal, I want it to be something like this. I'm going to go type into Google that meal title and write the word vegan next to it, and someone has come up with how to veganize it. That's usually my solution
Right.
so
Yeah. I
that you
mean,
don't feel overwhelmed. Go ahead.
but yeah, that's the catalyst why I joined. I mean, I want to make more steps to being
That's awesome.
to be. I mean, what I've learned now is so. I want to say it's been not spiritual, but it's getting me closer to myself
Sure.
and to my belief as a lay Buddhist.
I do think that when we're vegan, our actions are more in alignment with our own principles. And that's a good feeling because as
It
humans,
is.
we don't like to be viewed as inconsistent or as bad. We think of ourselves as good because for the most part, we want to be good people. And I just think morally speaking, we've gotten so used to using animals, we don't even question it. And
Right.
I do think that we all share the principle that if we don't need to exploit someone, that we shouldn't. We're just losing ourselves in our pleasure, and we're being told by those that are benefiting from this system to keep doing it. And they have a loud voice. You see
Right.
commercials and billboards and constant advertisements saying the only way to be successful is to eat animals or to use them in some manner. But we know better. We know that science says that we don't need to. That's why I was saying like
Okay.
it's
What's
important to check out those studies so that you know for sure, you know,
right?
what's healthy
Well,
and what's
I,
not.
I, I like how you put it. It's new for me how you put it there. But I have a question about dairy. I'm trying to get away from dairy, but it's like impossible. Seems impossible.
So
What
like
about dairy? I mean,
which dairy products are you using?
well, cheese mainly.
Anything else?
I drink almond milk because I think drinking milk is the kind of the sickest thing in the world. And eggs. How can anybody eat eggs and milk? It's just. But milk is, cheese is made from milk, and I struggle with that. I mean, I like I said before, I'm taking stages to get there, and I'm
Well,
needing
you
kind of.
shouldn't take stages unless you mean you're just going about it every time the opportunity presents itself because baby steps result in babies losing their life, right? Because when you do
Oh, I agree.
participate in buying cheese, someone is separated from their baby. That's what keeps me from dairy is because I saw what happens in the dairy industry, which is in Dominion. They cover that. And
Right? Yeah, it's sickening.
the dairy industry is the beef industry. It's the same thing. So it's just that they're tortured longer. They can all these
Oh yeah,
animals, the cows, they can live up to be 20. Cows that are raised for their flesh, they're raised for maybe 2 years. the cows raised for dairy maybe make it to 6. But again, they can live to be 20.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I live in the Midwest, and I'm surrounded by pigs and cows, and now in the last couple of months after seeing that documentary, it's like, why? I mean, I always thought that we had teeth and enzymes to break down animals for a reason, and I'm still kind of
Well, we do.
perplexed about.
So we're opportunistic scavengers. We've been able to survive on anything to get through the harsh seasons of this world. But just because something was there for us and helped us survive and be here today, that doesn't give us justification to continue doing that. For example, a lot of our ancestors graped each other, and a lot of us wouldn't be here if it weren't for that grape. But that doesn't make grape today moral just because the opportunity of life would be there for others. That's
You
still not
can't see
fair.
you can't say the real word on TikTok. I'm taking.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I thought I was losing my mind there
I
for a
know. The
minute.
first time I heard TikTok talk, it was weird. But yeah. Also, don't say the
So,
K word. We say unalive, and we say
oh
schmurder.
god,
Yeah.
why is that? I mean, I'm getting off the subject, but why? I mean,
It's
language.
just TikTok rules. They're trying to keep it safe for children because there are children
Oh,
watching. So
oh, I see.
yeah,
Yeah, children. Darn it, they should be in school.
they should be, but they're here. So
Yeah, I mean, you put it in a good, very
well,
eloquent way.
so
I
since I
appreciate.
put it so well, does that mean that you'll reconsider the fish?
Uh, I'll probably work on it.
Well, I don't
Um,
know what that means because working on it means I'm still going to sacrifice. Like when you say maybe, you're giving yourself permission to do it again, and it
it's a
means that
justification for
yeah.
for.
And it's like
Well, see, one thing.
you just need to think about fish because we don't look at fish as sentient beings. They look like an alien almost, right? And
Yeah,
they don't look like they respond like we do, but they've done studies and they find that they soothe themselves when they're having discomfort or they're suffering. They change their behaviors in order to relieve suffering. So we know that they care about themselves and they care about making themselves feel good. And that's all that really matters when it comes to respect
yeah,
because, if I
I
lost all
really
my
hadn't realized
intelligence, I
that.
still want to be respected.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't, but
Yeah.
I am. I mean, my justification is, they're caught. I know. Then that what you just said kind of blows that out of the water. But then, as a Buddhist spiritual way, if you're going to eat meat, follow the middle path. No, no, you shouldn't put
But
yourself
why?
out.
Why even
Well,
bother with the if eat meat, take the middle path? Why not just not eat meat?
but the deal is, there's okay. They justify Buddhists, the monks justify not eating meat by what you're saying, but lay Buddhists, they follow a path where
But
basically
why?
we're
Why does it matter? Those individuals, regardless of what you believe, they care about what happens to themselves. And just because some doctrine says use animals, that doesn't make it fair, doesn't make it moral.
so your argument is, if I want omega 3s,
You can
I
get it through
want to.
flax seeds, or you can take a supplement or algae. There's a lot of sources for omegas.
Well, I'm gonna have to look into that because
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
again, use Google or whatever search engine. I use AI. I know people think it's the devil, but I like that it's thorough and that it will come up with meal plans for you. It really makes it a hell of a lot easier to find information. It will
sure,
even something that's really nice that I really encourage people to do with AI is find studies that you're curious about, that you want to read about, but maybe you're overwhelmed by the language in it, and download it into a PDF file and put it into um, an AI search engine so it can read the document and have it summarize for you. Ask it the methodology so it speaks to you in plain language. And that way you can learn from science without feeling overwhelmed by the language and studies.
sure. Okay, what about these guys that are commenting? I like meat and I like steak, and
Yeah, what about them?
I mean, what? How can you debate that?
Oh, you can't. Some of them are bots. Some of them aren't even people or they're children.
Oh,
children like to bump into boundaries a lot. They like to push the limits on things and see how things work. I mean, it's just part of being a kid. So some of the
Sure.
kids in there and some of the trolls are just spamming because they know it gets attention and it gets a rise out of people. So
Yeah, once in a while I'll go on live and watch these people debate politics and religion, and I just don't get it. But I'm trying to learn this because like I said before, it's leading me to a path to being a better person.
maybe what you could do on YouTube or even here on TikTok, there's a lot of great vegan activists. You can go look up vegans and watch their content. I'll like for me, I have a lot of content where I'm talking to people. If you want to watch my full conversations, they're on YouTube, but I do have little shorts here on TikTok, and you can hear some of the questions that you might have, or maybe the arguments you had, playing out from other people asking those questions and hearing the responses. That's what it took for me. I went plant-based at first, and then I did watch documentaries, and then I was watching vegan activists and I was hearing their responses. I was like, wow, there really is no justification for using animals. And that's what really did it until I mean, what threw me over the line was finally watching the documentary on dairy, and I saw what was happening to mothers. But it was pretty much fueled by these activists that talk on the street, learning all these common misconceptions and being like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I got to stop exploiting others. So maybe doing that might help you. Watch other vegans and them doing outreach.
Right. Yeah. Okay. One last question.
Okay.
Now going back to Dominion, that was exclusively in Australia, right?
No, it was actually all over. They did show mostly Australia, but it was also America and all over Europe, even South America. There was a lot of different. There's even a zoom out moment where it's like got all these little panel screens, and it's just showing you all across the world. It's the same process.
Yeah, I might have to. I couldn't watch it all. I mean, it was just
Yeah, and you know what's
disgusting.
crazy about that? A lot of people, even some vegans I know, can't watch that whole thing. And it's telling because it's like, this is why they don't let people see what's happening. Most people, if they saw that, they won't support it anymore. So that's why it's
Oh,
important for people to watch because you'll make the change because it's your principles that you don't want to cross. You'll be like, I wouldn't pay for that if I had known that's what's happening. And that's how most people are.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. My wife, she didn't watch it and she doesn't want to watch it, but she's very supportive. She's like,
Well,
she ate some chicken yesterday, but when we go and get like vegan patties, she'll eat them instead.
Well, so
So
is she ate chicken? Okay, so I would have her if you're willing to. I have on my website. I don't know if you can see it. It's antianimaluse.org right here.
antianimaluse.org.
Anti-animal use.
Right.
Okay. So if you go there, there's a button that says click and see what I fund. There's a 3-minute film. It's of Dominion. It's clips of Dominion, but it's only 3 minutes. Maybe your wife would be willing to watch that
Oh
because
no, no.
not even 3 minutes.
I mm,
Well, so I would argue then if you can't even watch it, what makes it okay to put in your stomach or your mouth?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and I would encourage you both to sit down together, maybe hold your hands and just like a band-aid, rip it off, watch the 3-minute documentary, and then look at each other. Talk about what you want to support, how you feel about what you just saw. Because that's literally what happened with my partner and I. We watched that dairy documentary. He wasn't even vegetarian. I was vegetarian at the time. And we looked at each other and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And he agreed. And we went vegan together right then and there.
Well, I mean, I looked up. I'm sorry, I'm going on. Another thing to put out. I've noticed. Well, I looked up the percentage of people, the beef farms and stuff. The percentage of people becoming vegan and stop eating meat. It's rising.
Are you trying to
So
say that people are not, they're detransitioning from veganism? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I've looked it up.
Okay, so
And
veganism is this ethical stance against the exploitation of others. So, regardless of what other people are doing, I don't want to support someone's slavery. right? Everyone else that's vegan right now, if they all became non-vegan, I would still be vegan because I don't want to support animal exploitation
Oh,
because
I
I
get
don't
it.
want to
Yeah,
be
I just
exploited. Yeah, so it doesn't
it's kind
matter
of,
if
but
that's going down. I don't believe it is. The last time I checked, we're maintaining our percentage as the population grows, which means more people are becoming vegan, but our velocity is slowed down. And to be fair,
oh,
most
okay.
vegans are average people, whereas these industries, there are 4 main conglomerates that run all of the animal ag industry. They literally run like 90+% of it. So, us vegans as individuals are going against multi-billion-dollar corporations. And so it makes sense that they're putting out the propaganda really hard that makes people feel like, oh yeah, veganism isn't going to work. I'm sure the same thing happened to abolitionists. I'm sure they were preaching, to respect others, and what they were saying was being propagandized by the slave industries. That's just ludicrous. That fewer people are for abolition of slavery. It's going down. So why bother? Why bother being against slavery, right?
Right. That's what my symbol is. It's a wolf angle. Um, it represents not a Hungarian uprising against 13th century German Empire. It's like against kings, freedom against oppression.
Okay.
That's what
So
that
so
symbol
you
is.
you agree then that the powerful shouldn't have the right to oppress the powerless, right?
He's like, yeah, I'm a liberal. I'm
Yeah.
proud of it,
Well, so
and
right now, when you use fish or your wife uses chicken, you are the oppressor in that situation.
oh, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. That's why, like I said, milk and eggs. Why? It's
Yeah.
nasty.
So
And
all
yeah,
that's left
fish.
is just putting your actions in alignment with that.
All right. Well, I guess what I can say, bet, and I'll try. I'll do
Yeah.
better.
Well,
And
I was gonna say, watch that 3-minute film with your wife. That because for me, that was the motivation. If you don't
oh,
see it,
you're
even
gonna try to get me
regularly,
kicked out of the house, ain't you?
well, it's more like, you both probably share these same principles. I'm sure you guys were drawn to each other because you have a lot of similar principles. And so I'm sure that that's no different when it comes to this.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate the conversation. I am like I said, this was a catalyst for me to
Yeah. It sounds like
the
you are making good change. It's just,
right.
that finalization, just getting into it and not looking back. No baby steps.
Right.
What
Okay.
just every opportunity as it presents itself.
All right, I'm going to give everybody else a chance. Thank you very much. I don't know how to get off this, so
Oh,
kick me
oh,
out,
I'll
please.
kick you. Well, and thank you for
All right,
coming up. I
thanks.
really appreciate you coming up. You had great questions.
All right, bye.
Bye. See ya. Have a good day. All
So I
right. Dub's in
just
the
wanted to,
chat. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I just wanted to tell you while you were talking to this gentleman, this week, not only we're doing the Poplar Spring race, but I am helping, doing some fundraising for a local politician who happens to be vegetarian. He hasn't gone vegan yet, but we're working on him and he's there in the right direction. So I just
Nice.
went out and bought some vegan wine.
Yay. Way to
So
go.
there are vegan wines. Yes, I just thought I'd let you know about that.
Oh,
I
yes.
would
Thank
also,
you.
yeah, you can, and if anybody wants vegan alcohol, they can go to a website called Barnivore, Barnivore. I don't drink alcohol really, but when I do, I try and find yes, vegan wine, because there are some wines that I never know how to pronounce the word. I don't know the
Mm.
term for it, but they use fish
Refining
guts.
agents. Refining agents.
Refining? That's what I
Oh,
have to,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yes. So, it's just a tiny bit normally, but a tiny bit is something. And, there now are vegan wines. There's a woman that has a company called Vegan Wines. Her name is Frances Gonzalez. I just outed her, but she likes,
Hey, you know what?
but
If she's going to make delicious vegan wine, it's going to
we
happen.
need to know her name. She even goes to the process of not using fertilizers that have animal products in them. So
That's
she checks out
awesome.
yeah. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you what I was doing while you guys were
I love it.
talking. And that guy sounds like he's going in the right direction.
I think so. I think so. He's just
Yeah.
had some genuine questions and thoughts, and I think it was worth it to take the time to address them.
Yeah.
Help
Yeah,
our
absolutely.
fellow future vegan out.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, OD, good to see you. I saw O requested
Hey,
too, but it looks like maybe it was an accident. So I would totally have you up here, O. Yeah, it's good to see you, OD.
yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, I just want to address the people who keep on bringing up in the comments the vegans, either vegans killing plants or
Crop deaths.
unaliving plants or the crop deaths.
Yeah.
And it's not vegans doing that. It
Nope.
is being done in order to feed the animals that you are eating. So if you are eating animals or if you're eating animal products, you are the ones who are causing those crop deaths and the larger amount of the unalivements of those plants as well. So if you actually care about plants, which I doubt any of these people making that argument do, you will stop eating the animals.
Please.
Thank you, Ode. That was the other thing I was going to talk about, but you said it better than I could ever do.
That was very well put. Yeah. Please stop. Stop using the animals.
They come up with any excuse possible.
Yeah.
They're
they
just
really
trying
do.
to bait us, and
Yeah.
it's not working because
Right.
we've heard it all. We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Ode, were you there for the bingo night the other night?
Not sure. I know that people do it every now and again.
It was, yeah, so it's a bingo card with all the things that we've all heard
Sure.
throughout the years, and we actually filled up the card.
That's too bad. You got a blackout, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we had nothing that we haven't heard.
Of
Anything
course.
you guys come up with, this woman especially knows it all.
Yeah.
She knows it all.
Yeah, you do.
So, yeah, and I've been doing it for 40 years, so I've heard like weird things in the past that were not making sense, and that's like changed throughout the years. And now it's the plants don't have plants have feelings, and plants, and then the wildlife, they unalive each other. That's a new one too. So it's all
The
something weird.
most recent weird one I've heard is bees are drowning in their honey, so we have to buy the honey so that they don't drown. I was like, what? What? Huh?
Well, so I'm very involved in getting rid of puppy mills, and people have said to me, well, I have to buy the puppy at the store because otherwise, something bad's going to happen to it. I'm like,
What?
yeah, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
And with the idea of bees drowning in their honey, then why does it make sense then that the beekeepers are then giving the bees corn syrup?
Yeah.
Like, if they're drowning, why are we giving them more liquid?
Yeah.
Come on.
I think they were under this impression that the farmer or the beekeeper takes only a little bit of the honey and so that they don't drown. Just enough so they don't drown. And I was like, I don't think that I've never heard of that. I could see bees being bred to the point where they're overproducing and it's maybe a problem, but I couldn't imagine that they would be drowning in their honey. They're smart individuals. They don't just stand there and wait for something to take them. But I don't know.
I don't know why farmers spread this misinformation that they're benefiting their farmed animals.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're lying to themselves
Yes.
or if they're just lying to everyone else.
Both. They're both.
Yeah. I think they could be lying to themselves just to make them have this keep them going.
Yeah.
Because if they were to face the reality, then they wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Nobody wants to think of themselves as a slave owner, but they do want to think of themselves as this steward of others. But you know, the
Right.
steward doesn't burn down the hive or squish the queen or AI the queen or kill a bunch of drones to get semen for the queen. Like that's not being a good steward. That's being a predator and a creep. Yeah.
So that's something else we have to
Yeah.
watch out for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
And for those who say that, like, God gave us dominion, God gave us, whatever over these things, what is happening is that humans are deciding what is the right way for animals to live their lives and when animals should live or die, which is classically considered to be the knowledge of a god.
Yeah.
So you are thinking yourself better than a god when you eat an animal. Good for you.
Yeah. Good for you. Must be nice. Think of yourself as a god. All right. Well, oh, Riley, you are up here. Are you over 18?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I appreciate your patience. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Oh, okay. Couple of things that I just wanted to ask. Well, one, I've heard about the money situation because I find it very expensive. Don't have the budget at the moment to go on vegan diet. Second, I'm getting there. Like I've cut out a lot of my dairy. I've put to vegan products. Um, I still have a weakness for ice cream, but sometimes I've actually have to switch to vegan ice cream recently. I'm still eating eggs, but I think I'll get there. The other thing is my mum's a vegan, and I've seen her health decline. Like she's looking really ill.
What is she
Like
not getting?
I don't know. She said
Okay.
she's getting all the right vitamins and stuff, but she's bone. She's like literally all bone. Like
Has she
she's so
gone to a
weak.
doctor?
Yeah, yeah.
What'd they say?
Well, they've taken all these tests and apparently there's nothing wrong. She's not anemic or anything.
They say she's
She's
totally
getting everything.
healthy?
Yeah, but that's the thing. She's lost all this weight and she sleeps a lot since she's become a vegan, and so that's kind of put me off a little.
So what I would do
Um,
if I was her and she's worried about her health, I would talk to a professional and I would talk to like a plant-based dietitian, be like, I'm vegan, I
uh,
don't want to use animals. Please help me. I feel like there's something wrong. If she's just losing weight, she just needs to eat more calories, like add some fat to your diet. It's pretty simple.
mm, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of people of their weight and their
My
health has
weight is
declined.
not I am not
Oh,
I am not too
you look
thin, and I've been vegan for
So
10 years.
you look
I
healthy.
it,
That's what I'm saying.
so
Yeah.
Riley, I have a question. How long has she been vegan?
Oh, a few years now, probably close to 5 years.
Okay, because when I first went vegan many years ago, I lost about 10 pounds and I wasn't trying. But then I found my way of eating differently where I
Right.
started putting on the weight and now I can't take it off. So there's that. You just have to.
Yes.
I would talk to a dietitian that knows about being vegan because a lot of dietitians don't know or they
Mm.
don't study it, and doctors definitely don't know.
Yeah, doctors don't know. Never mind, that's another topic.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah.
um,
Are
the other
are
thing,
you in the UK?
no, I'm in Australia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Okay.
No, that's okay. I
Yeah.
get asked if I'm from England all the time, and I'm like, no.
No, I should know that. I know accents, and I wasn't thinking. So,
Yeah,
We're
no,
on the
it's
internet.
I know.
yeah. Yeah, so but the question that I had, and I don't really want details, please. I don't want to hear about the documentary. I know all about it all. I've seen a little too much where I've seen stuff by accident and I can't unsee what I've seen. Um, but for me,
None of us can,
I
none of us can.
It-
I've
So,
eaten I've switched my beef mince to vegan chicken. I've done vegan chicken, but I still am addicted to red meat. So the question is there is it like a hormone? Is there something in the red meat that is drawing me back that I'm addicted to, and that's why I can't stop eating it? Because
So,
that's the only thing I can think of, because I am a huge animal lover. Like, you hurt an animal and I will put you in the ground. That's why I can't watch any of these shows, like any of these documentaries, because that's where my anger comes out and I can't lower my frequency like that. I just can't let it happen. And it's devastating because I love animals so much, but I can't stop eating the meat.
so what's happening
Well,
is that you're probably craving a flavor that is associated with a specific nutrient. Generally speaking, what you're probably craving is an umami flavor, and umami flavors are, tend to be associated with amino acids, and to a lesser degree B vitamins, but primarily amino acids. And I would look at eating more mushrooms or eating seitan, because seitan also gets you that umami flavor.
Right.
I'm sorry, you were about to say something, Riley?
I'm addicted to mushrooms. Like, can eat a whole plate of just mushrooms on their own. I'm addicted to them.
Yeah, well, it sounds like that sounds like that's your answer, is that there is something with either those amino acids or B vitamins, both of which are present in those mushrooms. And it's that umami flavor that keeps bringing you back. And seitan is something that, it's wheat gluten, usually flavored with something like soy sauce or Bragg's amino acids, both of which have those amino acids in them. And I think that, and it has closer to a texture of that red meat. I won't say it has the same texture, but it definitely gets you closer. So that might also be a way to go. And like, if you're making it yourself at home, like, seitan can be quite cheap to make. So
Okay, great. Thank you.
Um, I just have what. Sorry, I just kind of have a question, if that's okay. Um, we were You were talking about pricing, Riley. So my question is, if we were able to like provide like resources and stuff like that, if we were able to show you that the pricing can be cheap as a vegan, if you can get all the nutrients that you require, um, is this something that you would be interested in, like, trying today? Like, if, like, going vegan today, is there anything that's really standing in the way of you being vegan other than like health and budgetary reasons?
Mm, no, no. If I had the money, I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. I enjoy the taste of my steak and my beef and everything, and and that devastates me. It actually breaks my heart because I don't know understand what that person was saying before about the stuff that you get from mushrooms and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay. I don't want to take over the panel. I'll give it back to Anna, but I just had that question.
Definitely,
Uh,
if I had the money, definitely vegan lifestyle straight away. I think, yeah.
okay. Um, yeah, if you are willing to, I would just recommend looking up a website called Challenge 22. That's all I'll say. Um, it's
Yep.
It'll give you all the recipes based off of your location, your nutritional needs, and your budget. Like, it's just tailored to you, and they even have a dietitian on there to where you can actually,
Okay. I know the
yeah.
prices in the States are a lot better than over here, but it's crazy over here. Like bacon, I can get real bacon for like a couple of dollars. Vegan bacon costs like 10. It's insane.
You can make your own.
yeah.
It's really easy. You'd be surprised how easy it is to make your own. You can even make it from tofu if you wanted to, but you can make it almost out of anything. I've seen people make vegan bacon out of rice paper.
Yeah, carrot
Carrots.
bacon is
Yeah.
a thing I've definitely seen too. It's pretty easy.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, so I would also suggest maybe go to the website antianimaluse.org.
Yeah.
It just has a ton of resources. It not only has it has the Vegan Daily Dozen on it, which shows you how to get all your needed nutrition from like a whole food plant-based diet. I doubt you can see this. It's probably so blurry. But they just have a checklist. It's a checklist just like this on that website that shows you how to get everything you need so you feel satiated. And for me, I felt very addicted to the flavors. I thought that eating more plant-based would be more expensive, but we found that it's actually much cheaper. There have been studies on this. The Epic Oxford study that was, I want to say, published in the Lancet. They said that a vegan diet can be 16 to 30% cheaper. So you can actually save money on it. It's the things that are expensive typically are those junk food things like the Beyond Burgers, the Impossible Burgers. The Whole Foods, though, are the cheapest things in the store, like the in-season local fruits and vegetables, the frozen fruits and vegetables, the canned fruits and vegetables, conventional, organic, whatever. They're both fine. And those are going to be like the healthiest foods too. So you can have like a really healthy diet, save money, and then every once in a while, maybe treat yourself with the junk food. But the whole point is that as you have a very empathetic heart. And the whole thing that we're trying to say is, I know you don't want to see it, but maybe just remembering that you don't want to see it, because that's what drove me to not want to do it. I was very much into eating cheese. Like I loved cheese. But
Don't get me started. No, my mum told me about the dairy. She sends me stuff and I have to delete it straight away. But
yeah. Well, if it's not good enough for your eyes, why is it good enough for your stomach then?
Exactly. I heard that with the last person, and I guess it's just like a denial thing. If you don't look, it's not denial. What's the word I'm looking for?
But when you don't look, do you think it doesn't happen?
No.
If it's hard for you to look at, what do you think? What do you think that animal went through being forced to go through it?
Okay, I know, and there.
Well, no. So I'm not trying to lecture you or like guilt trip you, but this is the crux. This is why vegans don't use other animals. It's not because we feel good that we're not exploiting them. I mean, that's a benefit, but it comes from, oh my God, I had no idea what was behind this product. And now when I see flesh in the fridge, I see a dead person. I see someone who was murdered.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse in the States. Like majority of the food chains over there are using human meat now, not animal.
Where is this coming from? Why would anybody think that using human flesh would be legal?
It's not legal.
Then how would you know about it?
Maybe you're talking about human DNA being found in like McDonald's and things like that, and some of these fast food places.
I mean, if you think about it,
accidents do happen.
I was gonna say these people that work in slaughterhouses, they have the highest rates of accidents. They lose limbs, fingers all the time. So it's not that wild to think that
they can't retrieve that stuff.
Yeah, it's gone. It gets blended
right in with the meat.
Yep.
Do the research and trust me, you will see exactly what you don't want to see, and you'll be left traumatized.
Wait. What am I gonna see?
It's the what they're doing. I don't know if I can talk about it.
What are they doing? Just use words that sound similar. Like when I say, instead of the M word, I say schmurder. Instead of the K word, I say unaliving. Okay,
well, most of the babies, why do you think they're pushing for abortion? The government and the elites. Abortion, a baby, sacrifice.
Most of them are done within the first 2 trimesters.
Yeah, but why do you think the government has pushed for abortions to be okay? They don't give a shit about the woman.
Because we voted for that. Because we voted for that.
Not our government.
Yeah, our government overturned that. Are you talking about
our government, Riley?
Yeah,
are you talking about the United States?
They needed the aborted.
Well, hold on. I don't want to get lost in this topic about abortion, human flesh. If we all agree at least that oppression and using others without their consent is wrong, then you shouldn't be using other animals. And if eating human flesh is immoral, then eating animal flesh is immoral for the same reasons. They wanted to live, and we use their body without their consent. So it's
Yeah,
just best to abstain from using anybody.
what I was going to say, to stay on topic, a few months ago, and I can't explain this, and still to this day it frustrates me because I don't know why, but I saw a documentary on piglets. We'll put it that way. And I didn't mean to see what I saw. And I rang my mother fuming. I was ready to take lives. I was ready to kill people. I was so effing angry. Like, I can't explain to you how much
Do you know
anger I was.
why? Do you know why those farmers treat those animals like that?
Oh, no, but what I mean is I was broken. I rang her and I said, that's it, I'm done. I went out the next day and bought ham and had it ham toasted sandwiches. I cannot explain that. I don't know
Well, you
why.
can. You're the oppressor. It's just like a rapist, right? Maybe they see that their victims suffer afterwards and are like, oh, that's terrible. And then they turn around and rape another person. Yeah, I understand you're still getting benefits, and those benefits are great. But you do need to take some effort to recognize that your victim is suffering. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. And just because you're having this pleasurable moment, you should remember that pleasure came at the cost of somebody else.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to get off right now and I'm going to watch. Did you say there was a 3-minute video?
Yeah, if you go to antianimaluse.org, click on See What I Fund, it's the first thing that pops up.
All right, I'm going to do that.
I appreciate you,
thank
Riley. You're a brave person, really. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you for your time. Have a
Yeah,
good day. Or
thank you for
what
coming
time
up.
is it over there?
If you have
All
other
right.
questions afterwards, please feel free to come back up, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. I'll probably be too upset to come back up. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. I
Bye.
do look forward to talking. I'll give you a follow too so that you can reach out to me. I'll see you around.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Bye.
All right, Riley. Awesome. I appreciate people being willing to look at resources. That's a big deal.
You're on a roll. You've got some good people.
There are some people. Yes. I'm really excited that, it is helpful to have people that are open-minded, not bunch of trolls.
What time did you start? What time did you start, Anna?
Oh, an hour ago. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, we have had a pretty good line of people. Oh, that's okay.
I
The
got to
beginning's always
drop.
boring.
Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Yep. Oh, hey, my official, I'm professionally going to very soon be a forensic arborist.
Oh, so you're like
That sounds
looking into the
interesting.
history of trees? Is that what that is? I don't even know what that would be.
No, it means that if something happens with a tree where a tree falls on a power line or something like that, my job is to figure out what exactly happened.
Oh.
And partially to figure out who's to blame for the situation.
Oh, that seems like a tough job.
To the roots, huh? Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta go to the roots.
Yeah, currently my job is if somebody thinks there's a problem around with a tree around a power line, I show up and tell them it's not. But but I mean, sometimes it is, but a lot of times there isn't.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad that you're in that position because you're a very logical person. So I would trust you if you were looking at my trees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good rest of your day.
You too. Everyone go follow. Actually, do you prefer to go by OD or just Ode? I've always called you OD.
It's pronounced odd, but people can call me whatever the heck they want as long as as long as it isn't mean.
Yeah.
As long as there's no harm intended behind. I mean, my family call me Adi.
Oh, that's a good. I like that. It's cute.
My 8-year-old calls me their Adi.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, the term that they use a lot is their emotional support Adi.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Well,
hey, just really quick for G here in the comments. I'm not vegan for protein. So again, I was talking about seitan earlier, and seitan literally is a Japanese word for protein.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Japanese word. That's awesome.
I believe so. I could be mistaken on that, but that has always been my understanding. Some people have translated it to me as like perfect protein or ideal protein, something like that. But seitan is a Japanese word for protein.
Wow, so that's cool. I love seitan. Yes, go everyone go follow Odd. If you're not following him, go follow him now. He puts out great content, and I think you go live. I actually haven't seen you go live for a bit. Do you still go live?
Yeah, I haven't gone live for a while just because I've been in a lot of life changes. Like my job just changed over, my
Oh yeah, that's a
relationship
huge.
status just
Oh
changed.
shit! Yeah, that's a lot of change. That's a lot of change. Well, still,
Yeah,
everyone go follow Odd because he's going to be on other panels, and you have content for people to check out. So people should still go check you out.
I do have content. Most of my content isn't specifically like vegan targeted or anything like that.
That's okay.
But like, my oh man, I hate saying this out loud because of how it sounds, but this is the way I always think it in my head, which is like when I was a kid, there was that song, they will know we are Christian by our love. And like, that's how I feel. I feel like people will know what the hell I believe by the way that I treat the people around me. And so that's kind of what it comes down to.
For sure.
For me.
For sure.
Like
Awesome.
they'll know I'm vegan because I'm not treating people and animals shitty.
Exactly. I respect everybody, no matter their differences.
All right. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I got to get off my lunch break here.
Oh, yes. Yep. I appreciate you. Awesome. Well, definitely go follow Odd. And please, actually, while we're at it, please follow everyone that's up on this panel, too. We got Axel, Donna, Two Spirit Veg. Please go follow them here on TikTok, YouTube. I don't actually know if you guys have a YouTube. Axel has a YouTube. But definitely follow Donna and Two Spirit Veg here on TikTok. And see what they're doing you'll see when they go up on other panels. You'll see when they go live, if they go live. Sometimes they don't, but you always see great content coming from these activists. So please go follow them. And we just need to support each other anyway. So follow all the vegans you can find. All right, with that, let's go ahead and bring up our next guest. Slim Buddy, you've been sitting there a minute. If you're still there, I appreciate your patience. No, I'm good.
How's it going? Can you guys hear me okay?
Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 33.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
I'm kind of under the weather. That's why I was asking if you guys can hear me okay, because my voice is kind of like, eh.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
So, why aren't you vegan yet?
Well, I guess my question for you to be, why should I be? I kind of feel that since you would want me to change my behavior, I feel the burden of proof would be on you.
Oh, so it's not so much that I want to make you do something. It's more like I think that we share some similar principles, and you're just not living in alignment with them. And I'm just trying
Don't you think that's kind
I
of
want
biased to assume that, ma'am?
Of course, that's why I talked to you. So, like, why aren't you vegan?
But you made an assumption that like we
Are you
have
vegan?
principles we are aligned in. No, I'm not. But you said we have principles we align in, and I'm not living up to them.
Let's talk about what veganism is. What is veganism?
Yeah, I think we both know what it is.
What is it then?
I'm not your dog. We both know what it is. Could you just tell me if you don't?
What do you think veganism is, Slim? And if you're going to be rude to the host, I'm going to kick you because I'm one of her mods. And we've been very, very cordial to you. We're just asking you a question.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, it's about, you don't want to eat animals, right? And the problem I have is that I was doing research.
That's not veganism.
Before I came up. Yeah, it is.
No,
you don't
that's
want to
not
eat animals.
I'm sorry, are you vegan?
No.
Okay, so how?
But I know
So
what
veganism
is.
isn't.
You don't want to eat animals.
Listen to the host for a minute, Slim. She's going to tell you what veganism is.
Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of sentient beings. So I don't want to. Wow, the beeping is too much. I don't want to demand someone be enslaved for me because I don't want to be enslaved for somebody else. Do you agree with that principle?
Well, I kind of don't because it's extremely biased. You're putting yourself on a moral high horse. And
so you think you should be allowed to exploit others?
But in what context? So that's the problem. I think you're exploiting people right now. I think you're exploiting people.
What's exploitation mean?
Taking advantage of people, and that's what you're doing.
Who am I taking advantage of?
Good people who you're trying to
name one.
If you stop talking,
name
I'll
one.
Answer the question.
Name one.
Can you answer the question?
Name one.
Riley.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah, you took advantage of her.
I didn't take advantage of Riley. Riley had a conversation with us. I don't think that person was in their 30s. They sounded like they were a child, honestly, to me. They sounded like they were maybe 17, maybe.
They were just up to argue.
Yes, that's what a lot of teenagers do. They're like, I'm just going to argue with an adult because my parents will slap the snot out of me.
Yep.
Oh my God. Hey, are you over 18?
I'm 16.
No. Okay. Well, I appreciate your possible honesty. It didn't sound like you were 16 either, but I do appreciate your honesty that you're a minor. Stay in the chat. You can ask your questions there, and one of the vegans there can
check
answer.
out PETA for Kids.
Yeah, PETA for Kids or Bite Size Vegan.
Bite Size Vegan.
Yeah, Bite Size Vegan has some good stuff too. I forgot what was it called. Was it just called Bite Size Vegan for Kids? I don't remember what.
No, just Bite Size Vegan and PETA for Kids.
Okay, just PETA for Kids. Okay. Let's bring up Brian. Brian. Is this Brian? I've never seen Brian spelled that way.
Byron.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I did
now.
that
I
once.
switched the Y and the R. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my stepson is Brian, and there was a guy that online who's also a travel agent, and I called him Brian, and he got really upset with me.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure if it happens a lot, it's frustrating. So I'm sorry, Byron. Are you over 18?
I'm 55 years old.
Right on. I appreciate talking to adults. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Because I like eating meat.
Okay. Do you know what veganism is?
Yeah, you guys don't like eating meat-based foods.
It's not that we don't like eating those things. It's that we don't want to demand someone be enslaved for us. So I don't want to demand others be enslaved for me because I don't want to be enslaved for somebody else. Does that match your own principles?
I'd imagine. I don't know. I've ate meat all my life, so I mean that's.
I know, but what I just asked you though, are you for or against slavery?
Oh, I'm against slavery.
Yeah, why? I agree with you. We should be against slavery. Why?
Well, people should do things on their own, not have people do things for them.
Not make them do things, you mean?
Yeah, make them do things.
Yeah, I agree. So what is it about a human that makes it so that we should respect them and what they want to do?
I have no clue.
Well, I mean, why would it be wrong for me to enslave you?
Why would it what?
Why would it be immoral for me to enslave you?
Because there is no more slavery. I mean,
no. Why would it be immoral for me to enslave you?
I'm not understanding how you're at what you're asking.
Would you want to be enslaved?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I wouldn't.
Is it because you care about what happens to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's wrong to enslave others. They care about what's happening to themselves. They have their own purpose. So we know now we have scientific evidence that looks at their behaviors, because that's the only way we can tell other humans are sentient. We've looked at other animals. They're also sentient, which is that same amount of they care about what happens to themselves. So when we recognize that other animals are sentient just like us, what then morally justifies enslaving them?
You speaking German to me, girl.
Well, yeah, you're an oppressor, so I bet hearing about your victims is difficult for you to listen to, especially while you're eating. Yeah, what you're suffering from is called cognitive dissonance. So you have a pleasure and a benefit that you gain from using others, and when you hear the truth or even see it, you kind of fuzz out. You don't listen because it's inconvenient.
Yeah, I do listen, but
you just said I'm speaking German to you and I'm speaking clear English. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Your big talk.
You don't understand that slavery is wrong? That's too big a talk for you? Is it too big of talk to say that we shouldn't use arbitrary traits to discriminate harmfully against others? Is that too big a talk for you?
What's arbitrary traits or whatever?
Arbitrary means random. Means there's no real basis behind the justification. So if you said, I'm smarter than other animals. That's why it's okay for me to violate their bodies. Well, I could point to humans that are not as smart, right? And then you would probably contradict yourself and say, well, they're humans. That doesn't matter if they're unintelligent. I don't hurt humans. And I would ask you, what's so special about humans versus other animals? There is no morally relevant difference between us. So we're literally enslaving our siblings. They care about what happens to themselves just like us. So enslaving humans is wrong for the same reasons it's enslaving other animals. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay. So what's stopping you from changing your actions?
Changing my actions about what?
Living vegan.
That's because I don't want to be vegan.
So you don't want to respect others? You just care about your own
I
pleasure?
do respect other people.
Yeah, you don't though. If they're in a different shaped body,
Whatever.
you don't respect them.
Fuck yourself.
Wow. I've never had someone so triggered like that. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he heard what I was saying and that's what frustrated him. Maybe he actually understood what I'm saying. Because the way I see it, I think that we all would agree someone kicking a dog for their pleasure is immoral. Even if they say, it's my tradition, it gets my grandma up out of her chair so she does exercise. I don't care. That dog's experiences matter more. Same thing when it comes to the cows, the pigs, the chickens. Go ahead.
No, I think he didn't know how to articulate things, is what I think.
That could be it too. I just got frustrated when he said that I'm speaking German to him. I'm like, I'm not.
I know.
This is
I
pretty
actually
clear.
thought that was funny.
He doesn't understand big words or big, you know what I mean?
Maybe I'm going to have to come into the live and start talking German then. Maybe he might understand
Yeah.
That would be good. Oh,
Right. Exactly, Jesse. No, or so triggered with zero critical thinking. Exactly. Appreciate you being here.
Has
Preacher, by the
anybody
way.
here ever heard of Soya the cow?
Is that the one that used the broom?
No. Soya the cow is a vegan activist from Switzerland, but has been on TED Talks.
I feel like I have heard that name, and I thought maybe it was that cow that they saw was using the broom. Soya cow.
No,
I feel like maybe you
Soya
brought them
the
up
cow.
before.
Soya the cow is out of Switzerland, but has been on TED Talks. Is an vegan activist and is also a drag performer and stuff.
I love it. That's awesome. I will definitely check them out. If I'm not already following them. Sometimes I'm following so many vegans and then I forget who I followed. But yeah, I'll definitely check them out because I definitely love.
I just came across their feed like this week, so
cool, awesome. Yeah, let's get to following them. Let's get them up too. Love to see more of their content. I love seeing different vegans' content. All of us have different perspectives, so it's great to see it. I see a comment. VSL, some animals are pets and some animals God told us to eat. God didn't tell you to eat anybody, actually. Your God says, if you need to, you can do things to survive. But for what the Bible sounds like to me, it sounds like perfection is being vegan. Garden of Eden is vegan. The end times are vegan. Heaven is vegan. And like, even during the times of sin, you're not supposed to do what you want to animals. You're not supposed to just use them for your pleasure. You're supposed to use them in a case of survival. So definitely reread your book. Maybe check out Vegan Heretic. He's here on TikTok and on YouTube. He breaks down the Bible and talks about what it actually is saying, who God is talking to at what time, so you have the context. Usually you start the book at the beginning, which is where the Garden of Eden is. So definitely check that out. Yeah. So just so you know, Jeffrey and Donald, if you spam the chat, especially with inappropriate words, I have mods and they will take you out. So it's best if you don't and you just share your thoughts in simple statements and make questions. That's the best way to interact on the live. Hey, there he is, Vegan Heretic. Definitely go check him out. He knows his stuff when it comes to the Bible. And you'd be surprised. Your God might be more vegan than you think. All right. I'll bring up the next guest.
If you believe in that.
Yeah, if you believe in Abrahamic religions. Although I have yet to see any religion that says you must take the life of an animal and that's the only way to be close to God. I have yet to see that.
Genesis 1:29.
What does it say?
Genesis 1:29.
Yeah, what is that one? I don't know the verses at all.
It is that God gave all bearing fruit and
Oh, yeah.
seeds, and for us to have.
Yes.
And thou shalt not, okay, right? Thou
Shall not what?
K.
Oh, yes. Should not
K-I-L.
unalive.
I know.
Unjustly unalive others.
Isn't that one of the basic commandments that the religious people believe in?
Yes. And it doesn't
So
have an
suppose-
asterisk and say human only.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Lucas. Seems like everybody made a request and then left. If we could, everyone who is here, if you could tap and share if you're able to. I did see also someone sent floating hearts. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Who was that? It was Pandora. It was a while ago, but I really appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. I don't know what sending floating hearts does, or 10 joules. Sent floating hearts for 10 joules. YouTube has this new thing, and I'm like, I have no idea what any of that means, but I still appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing that.
Are they doing the same thing that TikTok's doing with things?
It's not as fun. It's not as fun.
Oh.
Yeah. TikTok has all these fun things that pop up. YouTube does not have that. All that you're seeing right now, this is Ian, my partner. I don't know if he's clicking on it or if he has it just automatically going, but yeah, if you can see at the bottom, we do have some of the members down there. I see Lambretta and Little Vegan Peg. And there's me, the bunny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess not. Let's do DJ. Hey, are you over 18?
I'm 45.
Okay, why aren't you vegan yet?
I don't see nothing morally wrong with humanely clipping an animal to consume its flesh.
Do you know what veganism is?
I mean, more plants, things like that, right?
It can, but
I don't know the exact definition.
That's okay.
Of what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's okay. Most people don't. Even when I first went vegan, I honestly didn't even know the definition then. But veganism is actually this ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings. So I don't want to demand someone else's slavery because I don't want to be enslaved for someone else's benefit. Do you agree with that principle?
I mean, when it comes to humans, yeah.
Yeah. So like when it comes to other animals, what separates us morally speaking? Like what's the morally relevant difference that justifies the difference in treatment?
I mean, you guys mentioned, and I try not to get into like religious stuff. I mean, I believe in like God, like there's got to be something like good and evil. But I mean, I was reading. It's funny that somebody brought it up about being like, I guess God or the Bible or whatever being more like like vegan. I guess But like, there's like specific instructions where God told Peter, and I was just reading this yesterday in Acts 10, verse 11, where he told him to kill and eat the animals in which he bestowed upon him. I mean, that's literally like verbatim.
Okay, but that's not to you. That was to somebody else in a different context and time.
But Deuteronomy and Jeremiah speaks of like eating animals as well, right? We used to sacrifice them for God and things of that nature. I mean, I don't think that was right.
Regardless of what your
that's like horrible.
Regardless of what your text says, we know for a fact that other animals that have a brain and a central nervous system, that they're sentient, similar to us, because the only way we can tell is by doing observational studies and looking at anatomy. And that's what they've done with humans, and they've done that with other animals, and we found that we're both sentient. And sentience is binary. You either are experiencing life or you're not. So since
I don't know. I'm not like backing up the scripture per se. It was brought up, so I was just like
no, that's fine.
confused. Throughout the Bible, it does
I'm
give us instructions.
I'm not from your religion, so I don't know if you would even hear me out. Oh, see, Vegan Heretic in the chat is who I would recommend you talk to. Acts 10 explicitly says the vision was about people, not animals.
No,
Peter explains it himself in verse 28 and 34.
And if you read prior to that from verse 9 all the way to 24, specifically, the way they were going to have a dinner and he wasn't going to eat there because it was an unclean animal. And he instructed him, anything that I say is clean is clean. I mean, you can Google it right now if you want. I'm not I'm not here to back up.
Like I said,
I'm just saying,
I don't know.
To your question,
I don't know.
I'm not a vegan because I don't think anything morally wrong if I
can I join your religion and be vegan?
I wouldn't see why not. He's not telling you have to do that. He's saying you can.
So that means you can also be vegan and your religion.
I can, but you asked me.
Can you prove your God exists? He dropped.
He dropped. I
He
don't know why.
dropped.
He must have accidentally dropped. I didn't drop him.
He was in the last, yeah, he was in the last live I was in, so I was trying to make you aware.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
I had some
You a problem
things.
child?
Oh no, actually, you go ahead. You can say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I had some things that I was gonna ask, but he dropped
He
right
might
as I was
come
about.
back. It sounded like it was an accident because he just like offhand jumped off. I don't know. Maybe his phone died or something. Do you remember his name? It's slipping my mind now. I can't remember what he was. Was it DJ?
Yeah.
Let's see, pull him back up here. I think it was DJ.
It was DJ.
Okay. We'll try to bring you back up, DJ. I didn't drop you. I see that you're still in here.
No, I'm not a.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Somebody asked if I'm a mod. I'm not a mod.
Oh.
I go crazy when I become a mod.
I actually feel that I do the same. When people mod me, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should, because I feel that I want to kick everybody that argues with me. So I really try not to. I try to sit on my hands.
But I do. Spirit can tell you. Is she up here?
Yeah.
She can tell you.
Yeah.
People have some of the mods have told me to stop doing that.
I mean, it's because even though these people deserve being kicked, don't get me wrong. I agree that what you did anytime, I don't even need to see the situation. I almost guarantee you were right every time. It's just that the trolls notice and then they leave. And then if their activity drops, then the video doesn't get shown out to others, oddly, because that's how the algorithms work, is controversy. Sadly, people engage mostly with it, which is really heartbreaking. It should be more about community building and whatever, but it's the reality we live in.
It's made by a human. It's all about who's the bigger person or who's the bigger thing. This one gets it. Or the strongest one, or the fastest one,
Yeah, exactly.
I just looked at Moral Truth page. They're the one who was asking. You're kind of creepy, dude. You want to take possum blood?
Yeah, that's gross. Gross. We don't need to drink anybody's blood.
Yeah, you need help if you're wanting to drink an animal's blood. You need to go seek out professional help.
There was someone online that did, they called it vampire maxing, and I think it was cow's blood that he was chugging. So it might be now a fad. I don't know.
If you want to drink
Navia,
something red, just
Great. Now we have that running around in the middle of the night. A bunch of people going out and biting cows.
No, he wasn't doing it. He just bought it. I mean,
oh
yeah,
God.
no, the animals are still schmurdered in their vicious ways, but yeah, people are just buying their blood now, which is gross.
if I want something red, I'll drink some red beet juice.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I hate beet juice. I'll take red wine.
Hey, there you go. That's a great alternative too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, Roma.
I love beet juice.
Beet juice is actually
Hello,
really
Roma.
good. I do think it's good. Hey, Roma, you can unmute yourself. Are you over 18?
Hello, what's going on?
Nothing much.
Hello.
You over 18?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Right on. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not vegan, no.
Oh, okay. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Yeah, so I understand your argument that, yeah, although I do think, for example, in the most part, yeah, there are sentient animals that, yeah, we should definitely not eat, like dogs, cats, and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would argue otherwise that there are a couple animals, for example, like tuna, that are actually quite nutritious and healthy for us, that are still sentient, but that we should in fact eat, right? So, yeah, that's
Why do we have to eat them?
Yeah, really healthy for you, actually, like tuna, as well as like a couple of fish out there, like clams, for example. Well, clams are not fish, but...
What if it was really healthy to eat meat?
Tuna is high in mercury, right?
That's true too.
Tuna is extremely high in mercury, so it's not a good fish to consume.
No, it's actually tuna is one of the sardines too, like sardines, tuna, clams. They're one of the best like seafood overall. So I would actually argue that yeah, that in fact like we should eat like for the most part I do agree with like vegan concept that yeah, for example like pork, beef meat, all of that is actually like quite unhealthy for you, especially like the way it's made nowadays, right?
Okay, so
So I
let's
would actually
say
support you, yeah.
okay, so let's say that eating human flesh is actually 30% healthier and flavorful than any other animal flesh. Are you now going to promote farming humans?
No, because
Why not?
we also have to like we have the intrinsic argument, right? Like humans are intrinsically valuable too. So my argument is that like for
Humans aren't
example, there are
intrinsically
animals.
valuable to me.
Yeah, I do agree that humans do have an intrinsic value. Yeah, but this
What
is
is
like
intrinsic
regarding
value?
like
What is intrinsic
yeah,
value?
intrinsic, for example, it's based on like the principle that yeah, like humans like we have an intrinsic value in the sense that
What
for
does that
like
mean?
it is like values within us. The reason that, for
Yes.
example,
What
like
is an
we are
example?
self-aware, we have moral worth, for
No,
example,
no,
like
no,
the
no, no,
fact,
no, no, no. No,
yeah.
no. Intrinsic worth is that we care about what's happening to ourselves.
No,
Yeah, it's
intrinsic
the
value means like
it's
yeah,
the
that you are
value that
like
we
you are
bestow on
valuable, right? So for
oneself.
example, like I wouldn't say like a bacteria has like an intrinsic worth, for example, right? So
Yeah,
that's
but
yeah, that's
humans
what
and
I would say.
animals do.
No, but not all animals. For example, like tuna, for example, like
Tuna care about
like they
what
are
happens to themselves.
sentient.
They are sentient.
They
That
are
means they
sentient,
have
but are you
inherent
kidding?
value. God,
They
you
do not
just
have like
keep
tuna.
talking, don't you? Just yippee yapper.
Tuna,
Are you
like
done
you know
yet?
what?
Are
Like
you
for the
gonna just
most
keep
part,
talking or do I have to mute you? Okay, thank you. So, yes, I hear you that you can get great benefits as an oppressor oppressing others. Yes, I hear you. I gave you the human example though, because there's obviously something in humans that you respect. Their sentience. You recognize that other animals are sentient. For some reason, you don't think tuna are sentient. They
yes,
are.
because sentience is
There's
not the
evidence.
soul.
Sentience is not about a soul. You can't measure a soul. Don't be silly.
No, not like
Sentience comes from watching behaviors. If we had a nonverbal human who had low cognition, how would you know that they're sentient? You have to watch their behaviors. We did the same thing with other animals, including tuna. Tuna have a brain and a central nervous system. That means that they're most likely sentient. So you're just going off of two neurons that you rub together. I'm using actual evidence. Do you see the difference? You just say,
no,
I
I'm just
think.
arguing like sentience is
What's
not
your
the like
evidence?
sole
What's your
factor. That's
evidence?
basically what I'm
What's your
arguing.
evidence? I'm gonna kick you if you're just gonna
What
be.
evidence? Like I'm just arguing like
How
like
do you
sentience
know
is not
that?
the sole
How do you know
factor.
that tuna are not sentient? How do you know that?
They are. I actually argued otherwise. Like if you paid attention, I said that tuna are sentient. I'm just
So
arguing
then,
like
what
it's not the sole
justifies taking
factor.
their life?
What do you mean? Like what?
What
Like are you kidding? So
justifies
you're
taking
putting
their
you're
life?
because like obviously like they do not have any moral worth. Like are you
What are you
kidding? What, like what's
talking
the moral
about?
value?
They are sentient. We just went over this. Sentience means you care what
I'm
happens to
I'm telling you
you.
like sentience is
Okay, guys, I can't. This person does not want to listen. They just want to yap. Does anybody else want to deal with this yapper?
Yeah, I have a
Absolutely.
couple.
I'm gonna mute.
Okay. Roma, you can unmute yourself.
okay. Do you agree that sentience is not the sole factor?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna back up just a little bit of clicks because this has been a high back and forth. We're just gonna back up. Are tuna closer to a table or a human?
Human.
Okay, what makes them closer to a human?
DNA and like a lot of biological properties. Are banana closer to humans or the table? Like, what's your point? Like, what's your argument?
I would say the thing that actually makes them closer to a human is they have a mind, they have nerves, because like any animal could have like nerves without a brain or a brain without nerves, right?
So
And
clams have like but clams, for example, like they're not sentient, but they are actually like quite similar to us.
Yeah,
actually,
they
like I
have
think it's like
nerves without a brain.
70%.
They have
Like
nerves without a
genetic.
Can you
brain.
please stop that argument? I don't mean to interrupt, but that is just a non-argument. So please stop
But
that and
like
just
I'm
talk
just
about what.
like my
Listen
claim
to
is that
what he's
sentience is
saying.
not the
Listen
sole
to what he's
factor. That's
saying.
my claim.
Yeah.
So
So
for example, like I would definitely agree with you that pigs, for example, beef, like beef
can
meat
we
and all
just
like
stay on
cows,
point?
we
You're like
should preserve them. Like it seems like they do have moral worth. Yeah, I would actually like totally agree with you there. But for example, tuna, clams, sardines, for example, these are animals without any moral worth. Like
dude,
yeah.
please, you're getting so off subject, dude. We were talking about one thing and then you went like a mountain over to another subject. The point
Do
is,
you? So
hold
you do
on.
actually
Just,
believe that tuna,
dude,
for
just
example, they do
fucking
have
hold
moral worth, for
up.
example? Yeah.
Hold up, dude. Please, just hold up. 5 seconds. So the point is that tuna, right? That you acknowledge they're sentient. They have a brain.
Yes.
They have nerves, right?
Yes.
They feel pain, right?
Yes.
They do have emotions, yes. So
What?
why
No. How do you know that? No. What?
you
Like, what do you
have?
mean they do have emotions? Like, what emotion? Sadness? Like a tuna can feel sad? What?
Oh
What
my
are you
God.
talking about? Like, what
They
emotions?
do
Yeah.
have
Yeah, they do feel
emotions.
sadness.
They do have emotions. You can Google
They're
it
like
right
a little
now. Do
depressed.
tuna
Okay.
have emotions? I'm gonna look it up right
Okay.
now.
Okay, so clams can also have emotions. Like, so what
No,
about
they
it?
can't.
Like,
They don't have a
you're
brain.
telling
They
me
don't have a
they
brain.
have a nervous
Scientific
system? Are you kidding? They do have a nervous
including
system. Yeah,
tuna,
they do.
possess sentience and can experience emotional states like fear, stress, anxiety, and joy.
Oh
Okay.
my God, a little clam's feeling feeling
I
anxiety.
just
Oh
told
my
you
God, I
tuna.
can't
We're
believe that.
talking about, dude. Stop
What's your
changing
argument? So are you saying like
Stop
because they
changing
feel
the
sad,
subject,
like
dude. Stop changing the subject. Your brain is like the most
You want to give me
ADHD brain
mod
I've ever heard in my
powers?
life. Okay, just stay on point. Okay, I
you're
know it's
just ad
hard.
homing? What's
It's
your
hard for
argument?
you.
What
Oh
is
my
your
God.
It's
argument? Just
hard
make your
for you to
point.
stay on point. Okay, I get it. Stay on point. The point is, tuna have emotions. I just read it. I just Googled it. You can Google it yourself. Tuna have emotions.
Yeah, tuna feels sad. I get it. Yeah. Oh my God. No,
So,
I cannot believe that tuna feels sad.
So then
okay.
what morally
So,
justifies exploiting them? That's our point. That's what slaves
yes,
There
feel.
is no moral
Slaves
worth to
care.
tuna. Are you
Slaves
kidding? Like, are
care
you
about
saying
what happens to
that
themselves.
is extrinsic value.
Jesus.
I don't care about your extrinsic value
how is that
because they
intrinsic
value
value? What? Like, what gives it
they
intrinsic
value
value?
their
A
own
tuna
life.
having intrinsic value?
Okay, dude. I can say you don't have any intrinsic value because you don't even
Oh,
fucking
you definitely do
understand.
not have an intrinsic value. I know you're one of
Holy
those.
shit.
Yeah.
God, dude, can we just kick him? He's a fucking he's
And he's
useless.
You're
just
just
like yakking and not even
Yeah, he's
listening.
not making sense.
Mm-mm.
I was trying to ask you if you wanted to give me mod powers because you know what I would have done.
Yeah. I don't mind doing that. It just I gotta think for a second. How do
He
I
needs
do
to
that?
learn to breathe.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he was
I
not
will.
breathing.
We have no problem talking about this subject. If you think that tuna are lesser, we just want to understand why you think they're lesser. You know, you keep saying they don't have this inherent value or intrinsic value, but they do. And you just keep saying they don't, and you don't have any evidence to back it up. So that's
Yeah,
why
this
it's
is
annoying.
based on science,
You
dude.
just keep going in
This is
circles
science.
about it. Yeah, like we're
Yeah.
using evidence. The evidence says that they have emotions, and whether or not they're exactly like yours isn't the issue. The fact that they can understand some kind of suffering and joy. That's it. They want to have more positive experiences. They want to avoid suffering. That's all that matters. Oh, I love it when the train's all zoomed in. Oh, you can see him as Fly Sensi and Allison. Oh, I love
That's
seeing
cool.
you guys moving around. Yeah. I
That's
can't
very
wait till we
cool.
can actually control them. That's going to be the best part. But it's so cute to see them running around. But anyway, sorry, that guy was so frustrating. I could not handle it. So thank you.
Well,
He
it's like take a
literally,
breath, you know,
yeah,
take
and
a
he
breath and
literally touched.
listen.
He literally touched every argument that we were all talking about.
Yeah.
He
Maybe
even
that's what
took
he
the
did.
bingo card
Did it on
in
purpose.
one. He
So
hit
I'll
the
get you
bingo
that
card in
bingo.
one.
I'll get you that last bingo square.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All right. Curious George. I feel like we've spoken before.
I think we have.
Yeah,
It
we
was a while
have.
ago.
Well, just for TikTok purposes, you're over 18, right?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Yeah, okay. And why aren't you vegan yet?
Because I don't really believe humans are vegan.
Oh, okay. Do you know what veganism is?
It's an ethical stance against animal exploitation.
Yeah. So how what do you mean that people can't do that?
No, but I don't think you actually care about animals.
Is it because of crop deaths?
I don't really care about factory farming or.
Oh no, crop deaths,
other
like the
things.
animals that die in the fields. Is that what you're gonna say?
No.
Oh, okay. So why don't I like animals?
I only think humans have like a negative response to animals dying when they like have exploited them for like companionship or like they were previously owned and they costed money or something.
What? You think that humans don't have a natural empathy towards other animals?
Yeah, like the only, I mean, of course, like if you kill an animal on accident, like a human might
Why do
have like a
children
negative.
cry?
That's a great question. You know, it
Okay.
depends, you know, on the situation.
Even if it was for whatever reason you just said that because we are around companions, wouldn't that just mean it's those individuals we've been around, we recognize their sentience?
There's a bad
Yeah,
echo with him.
sorry, but do you know what cynicism is?
Hold on, please. The thing that I want to talk about real quick, because you guys are going to move on to another subject. You were just saying that we can't be humans because humans don't really care about animals. In that definition that you even explained, no one said that you had to care about animals. It's just not wanting to contribute to the exploitation of animals. It's not that we have to care about animals. We just don't want to enslave animals.
Yes,
Or
And we respect them.
Yeah.
So
We respect them. I have a lot of friends that don't have dogs and cats, but they respect them.
So are you less happy because we live in a world that like actively exploits animals?
I mean, it's not a good thing to hear about. It's sad, and every time you hear about an atrocity happening to anybody, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's true, but like I just don't lose any sleep over it. And I like
Well, yeah,
do you?
you're benefiting from it.
Others.
Every time there's a rights movement, the people that aren't the ones benefiting from getting rights, right? The ones that are benefiting from the rights being denied, they find the rights movement annoying, right? They don't lose sleep because this other group isn't having their rights respected. So that's why you don't care. You're not the one being disrespected.
I also believe humans have like a natural inclination to kill animals, and the reason for that is because like we all have. Well, you have like prey drive. Like humans have like a form of prey drive that
I'd
like
never want to take anybody's life. Knowing that they're sentient makes me not want to harm them, because if I was them, I would hope somebody takes my moral consideration into consideration, my sentience into consideration.
Well, sentience is socially constructed.
Yeah, I do agree. We don't have like a way to measure sentience, right? The only thing that we can do is have observational studies where we watch each other. Because if we had a nonverbal, low conscious person, it'd be really hard to tell, or not conscious, but conscious. If we had someone who wasn't as intelligent as the rest of us and wasn't able to speak, it'd be really hard to tell if they're sentient other than watching their behaviors. So we do the same thing for other animals.
You know, infant mortality, like being lowered, is really good, but I don't think we were ever meant to get this far.
Okay, so why are you here?
I don't know. I just come here to socialize.
Okay. Well, I don't think that we should advocate for the Thanos snap. I think that what we should do is find solutions to problems. So right now, we're enslaving someone who wants to be free. We should stop doing that. We have people starving. We should stop dedicating 83% of our ag land to raising other animals to feed people in the West. We have a planet that's burning up. We should stop wasting all our resources and water on things that don't, benefit the whole planet.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but I also have seen like
but what's the argument? What's the argument against that?
Against what? I mean, that's not my problem. I didn't do that.
Do you live on this planet?
Yeah, I do. But I was just freaking put here. I'm just a boy.
So was I. So was Schmittler. Right? Sometimes we got to do the thing that's hard and do the right thing. It's not always easy. Yeah, sometimes life is hard, and you gotta do it. Otherwise, you're a crummy person. And if you do something wrong that is against a victim, you're literally putting yourself on the menu, because you're saying arbitrary traits are okay to use as a justification to exploit somebody.
Schmittler was a cool guy.
Well, that's really
Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Oh no, get him out.
Oh yeah, I kicked him.
You should report him too.
I know.
That was not good.
There we go.
What was his name? Because I would report him.
Jason Love You.
Or
With a bunch of
Curious
U's at the
George.
end. Curious George
He's
is his
still
other
there?
name.
He needs that. That was totally uncalled for. I don't care what you do. Of
Yeah, he just
I
wanted to
think he
pull
did
down
that
the
on
live.
purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
course he did.
I mean, you know what it tells me though? It's just that we're making good points, and that bothers them
Yeah.
so much that they try to
Yep.
hurt us back. They're like, okay, I hear what you're
Right.
saying, and now I hurt because I know I have to change, so I'm gonna hurt you right back.
Exactly. Exactly.
Was he Shark? Was he Shark RL? Was that his name?
No, it's Curious
Okay.
George or Jason Love You.
Okay.
He's got a blonde picture of him looking over his shoulder.
Figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know TBV, but I still do. Actually, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do care.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes.
it's just always a good idea, just as a practice to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, in this case, you would have to clip that part of the live, though. Otherwise, if you
That's
report
true.
them now and you
Yeah.
say, well, it's just because of the way you report and the way TikTok asks you questions, like there's
Yeah.
no real proof of it. You'd have to clip the
Yeah.
live,
Oh, I see.
I
mean, I am recording it on YouTube, so I could do that. I could download it and
Yeah.
then just have that clip.
Yeah, and TikTok automatically records it too.
That's
and
true
keeps
too.
it
I
from your
totally forgot about that. It totally does. TikTok
Yeah,
makes the
yep.
full live available.
But I agree. It's like a pain to go back and watch it and wait and then clip it. But if you really, really wanted to report somebody for something they said on a live, you would have to clip the live. Otherwise, TikTok won't take the report.
They won't do
They'll just say,
anything.
we didn't
Yeah.
find a violation,
Yeah. They did find some violations on a page that I saw, which was horrific. They did half of them, they said, and then half of them weren't. It's like, whatever.
Really inconsistent.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Yeah.
I've
wish...
reported comments. But you can report right from the comments. So TikTok will see the comment and say, "Oh yeah, okay,
Got it.
this is hate speech or this is whatever."
Yeah. They're actually better than some of the other socials.
Yeah.
Facebook doesn't do anything.
I know.
Sometimes you can't even appeal. It's done.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We'll see. We got someone else waiting. Got two people waiting. SV. Oh, and by the way, Stasia, it's good to see you. I didn't say hello.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah.
You'd be so proud of me. I've been posting content every day since last week.
Yay! Way to go!
New content.
I'm gonna go on there and like them after
it's really
this.
cool.
Woo!
I don't know how you do that. I have to
So
talk to you about
interact, please.
Yes,
Comment,
please.
like.
Go comment, like, share, everything. Get interacting with it. Exactly. Yes, I'll do that right after the live too. Make sure.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm trying to do that for everyone I can that I see.
Yeah, me too.
Let's try to get everybody louder.
Dashing, Google will delete your content?
No.
Dashing said Google will delete his vegan activism.
Oh, that's weird. From your
From
Google
your
Drive?
Google Drive? That's weird.
Oh, that's terrible. I would definitely document that. Maybe talk. That doesn't sound right to me. That sounds like invasion of your privacy. That's weird.
That's the problem with a lot of storage sites and stuff like that. You think you're anonymous, but
yeah, they're
no,
tracking
I know
you.
you're not.
Yeah, they're tracking.
They're so judgmental.
Yeah.
Hey, SV.
Yeah.
Are you over 18?
Hey. I'm 35.
Wonderful. Are you vegan?
I am vegan and
nice.
just wanted to, if this is unsanctioned or whatever, you guys can kick me. I'm long time watcher, first time caller inner.
Welcome.
I live on a,
Right on.
Thank you. I live on my sailboat. We just sailed the West Coast last fall from Washington down to San Diego. And we've been vegan for like 10 years. And
that's why I see such a great sailboat profile. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
Oh, yeah, yep. I'm trying to be more like open and visible, like I think there is a connection between people who want to live kind of quote unquote alternative lifestyles. I don't like love that term, but people who are just trying to make it through the world in like a more meaningful way, more ethical way, more environmental way, to like connect to veganism, and we've learned a lot from listening to TikTok lives about, like, yes, we've always just eaten, for the past 10 years, we've eaten animal products just because we didn't like the animal suffering, but the idea that VSL, and I'm so sorry, I've heard your name 1,000 times, but can you remind me of your name, host? I'm so sorry.
No, VSL
if
is
that's
fine.
okay to
It's
ask.
Vegan Stoner Lady or
Okay.
Anna. Anna is also fine.
Anna, okay, Anna, that's right. Now I'm following so many people, I'm getting everybody confused, but Anna, you were the first person to say, like, what that ethical stance is, just like from a really basic standpoint of like human and non-human animals. And anyway, it just changed my entire perspective and how I talk to people in my everyday life, and keep finding myself in new cities with new people and how to connect with them and how to share with them. And anyway, all this to say, it's really cool what you guys are doing, and I want to get more involved in it. So just saying,
Yeah,
hey.
you are totally welcome up here. I can't bring up any guests right now just because this is the fullest the panel can be. But
Sure. Oh yeah, of course. And I actually am about to go into work. I am also a whale watching, like,
You can drop me.
captain. So no, I have to go.
Okay.
I really have to go. So
Well, I gave you a follow. So
yeah, I'm gonna give you a follow too, actually.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are sweet. I'll make sure to follow everybody back when the notifications come in.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I have an interesting relationship with, like, the person who was talking about tuna. Like, I have an interesting relationship with wild animals because I work in wildlife kind of ecotourism, and like,
wow,
that's a tricky line for vegans sometimes, I think, and I've like dealt with that myself in some ways. So I'm also like wanting to spark conversations on that, and how we can do that in a way that actually is, quote unquote, more beneficial. All that to say, like, yeah, I've in the past caught tuna, felt them living, struggling, warmth inside their body. Like, what are these people talking about who've never done this before? Like, it's so silly. And even if you've never done that before, like, you can still recognize and connect with these animals that are just, especially, I don't mean to say especially wild animals. I more mean to say, like, animals that are part of the natural habitat. It's even like more wild to me, but domestic animals, obviously, I'm completely against eating them and killing them.
I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get you. You're like
seeing
somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody in their natural habitat and in their natural states. They're doing what they actually want to do, and you actually see that they're living their personalities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So all that to say, I actually have to go to work now, but I'm really interested as kind of in the biology education world and veganism world and sailing world, cruising world. I want to kind of bring it all together.
Hell
so
yes.
You
definitely are coming from a unique perspective, and that needs to be utilized for sure.
Oh, well, it might be, but I feel like a very normal, ordinary person that just wants to connect. So
that's what we need is more ordinary people doing it. So that's why I started my channel, is because I'm just a Joe Schmo. I don't know everything. I've slowly learned some things, but everybody just starts somewhere, and it may not be that it sounds like you're already doing it. Every time you go and you meet people, you're trying to figure out how to build bonds with them. And I'm sure that they're curious about your lifestyle and what you think about. So that is activism, is talking to people and getting them to think about their morals and their ethics, their principles. So I'm so excited to have you in our community.
Thank you.
SV, one of the requirements of becoming in this community is allowing people to come on your sailboat. The vegans.
Absolutely. And the more people that connect to it's only 39 feet, so I think like eight comfortably. And I have a dog who's 50 pounds, so and she would love a friend, so you have to put up with her.
That's fine.
That's totally.
And yeah, absolutely. It'd be fun to do a vegan sailboat chill.
Yeah.
But the more people that connect to the water and nature.
I was just kidding, right?
Yeah.
No, you're not in Maryland. No. Are you in Maryland?
No, we're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm from Delaware originally, so that's where I grew up.
Damn.
That's pretty far. I was
So
hoping you were in Annapolis.
I'm very familiar with Annapolis, and lots of my family's from the DC metro area. So, anyway,
should do
Do you
some
ever
all
live
go
that
to
to
the
streaming.
say,
Do you
just
Should
go
do
to
some
the
casually
live
doxing
Annapolis
streaming
myself.
from the
sailboat?
sailboat.
Right?
Do you
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
go to the sailboat show in Annapolis?
No, I started sailing like way later in life, so I've been gone from the East Coast for many
Yeah.
years now.
I've only been to it once, but it's fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Well,
well,
that's
you guys have
exciting.
a great day. I gotta run, but
Thank you
Have
for
fun
I'll
at
make
coming
sure
work.
to follow
up.
everybody back.
Yeah, have a good
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
day.
meeting you. Yeah.
It was lovely meeting
Thank
you.
you so
Nice
much, guys.
meeting you.
Nice meeting all of you. Talk later.
Dubs in the chat for SB.
Bye.
Have a good day. Oh, that's so fantastic.
Darn, I was hoping that she'd have a big sailboat and we could all
Yeah,
go
we'd
on
all
there.
go on it. We'll just all go live with her.
Well, she said that 8 people pass in there, so that's
That's all
probably
of
like
us.
we're just. Yep.
We can all fit.
I
I
gotta
know if
go,
I could
guys. I
do
have
that.
a
I mean,
meeting.
maybe staying
Okay.
close to the
Appreciate you
coast,
being
but
here.
like the way where she
Right.
wants to go, I'd always be afraid of pirates out there. That's the only thing, man.
Legit.
Those
Yeah.
pirates, they go after people on boats like that.
I wonder if
It's scary.
if our coastal areas are patrolled. I don't know if they are. I'm just curious. Maybe they are. I know that we have like Coast Guard.
They're more patrolled than out in open water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Going, across to Japan, that's kind of getting
Yeah,
into
woo!
that area.
Yeah,
There's a
definitely.
young girl that sailed around the world solo.
I heard about that.
Yep.
I don't remember her
I
name.
think she's from the UK, isn't she, or something?
I
think
can't
it
remember.
was.
I remember
That
that happening though.
wasn't that Thunberg? Wasn't it Thunberg that did that?
No, she didn't
Greta
go around.
Thunberg?
She didn't go around the world. She just
I think she
came.
went around.
Did she? I thought she just came to America. Like she came over here, but she didn't want to take a plane, so she took that solar
Boat? Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe
solar
that was.
boat. I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's also done a lot of stuff lately, and honestly, it sounds like the news has kind of been silent about her actions for the most part. So it's hard to know what she's doing all the time. So I'm kind of intrigued. I want to look and see if she was the
Last
one that
I
did
heard,
that.
she was arrested or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I heard that too. She's really good about putting herself out there. Like she knows that she's got a group behind her and she's utilizing it, and that's really good. So I appreciate her work. I don't have any requests. There was someone there and then they dropped. Shark RL. You were there and then you disappeared. Did they say something in their comments at all? Yeah, you. Yeah, you're not there though now. Shark. Nope, that's someone else. Well, I'll bring up Anth Bobo, but I feel like I just had you up. Your picture looks the same. Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah.
Okay, why aren't you vegan?
I'm not vegan because I think farming is like perfectly fine. I think it
What if it were
benefits
humans?
animals. Sorry?
What if we were farming humans?
Then it wouldn't be fine.
Okay. What's the morally relevant difference that justifies the difference in treatment?
Well, I think humans we're self-aware and we're conscious beings, and
So if we have humans that are not self-aware, it's okay to exploit them?
no, I don't think so either, because I think we need to take care of our own kind.
Why?
Because we're humans and we just naturally need to take care of our own people.
Why? There's no reason for me to take care of other humans or care about them.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Humans kill other humans
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they kill the
other
most,
humans
or
all the
unalive. They unalive the most amount of other animals. Too.
Well, the thing is, if we're the same species, it's not in our benefit to kill each other.
It doesn't matter.
Because we won't
What if I get joy out
Can
of
I just finish? What
if I get the joy of taking the life of homeless people?
Like I said, that's on you because you don't think humans have value, but I do.
So why do you think it's immoral for me to do that to the homeless person? What value do they have?
like I said, I think because we are of the same species, we share the same.
I don't have any value of them. I don't know them. I just get joy from taking their life. Why is that wrong?
Well, that's on you.
I'm asking
That's
you
not
why
on me.
you think it's wrong. I want to know your moral framework.
I just
Why
explained it to
is
you.
it wrong? Just because of their DNA. So if they had a
Because we share
mutation,
the same.
they look like us, they talk like us, but they have a mutation that now makes their DNA not human, it's okay for me to exploit them?
Who said anything about exploiting?
That's what veganism is against. We're against the exploitation, which would be farming somebody, for example, using somebody
So how is
unfairly
farming
for your
exploiting
benefit.
animals?
You're
If
using
animals benefit from farming, how
You're
is farming
using
exploiting?
somebody for
See, I
your
can't even
benefit.
finish.
Yeah,
I can't even
understand what you're
finish.
saying. You said that animals benefit from being farmed, and I argue that they don't benefit from being farmed. They're enslaved just like human slaves. So exploitation is
They're not
literally
enslaved because they're animals, and they.
exploitation literally means to use someone unfairly for your benefit. And you even said yourself, if we switched those animals for humans, it would not be fair. And I ask you to tell me what the morally relevant difference is, and all you can say is they're not in my group.
Correct.
So that's just like racism, sexism, homophobia. You're literally using some arbitrary trait to say, I don't care that you care what's going to happen to yourself. I'm going to use your body for my benefit because I deem you lesser.
So animals,
You didn't
they're
hear what I
not
said, did
being
you?
exploited. Can I just explain myself for
Why
like a
would
minute?
why do you think
You don't even let me talk for 1 minute.
you stop crying? So vegans care about other animals because they experience their own emotions. They can cry, they have joy, they can suffer. And just because they don't have the same intelligence as you doesn't mean that they're less inherently valuable. They still care about what happens to themselves, just like you. So then what morally justifies enslaving them?
Yeah,
No
we don't
one's
really.
enslaving anybody. Animals are not humans. They don't have the same rights as humans. But you're putting animals.
That's a
and giving
human
them human rights.
construct. That's a human construct.
Yeah,
And we
that's
do
because
have
Rights are a
animal
human
rights.
construct. If animals rode in the wild, they'd be eaten like any other animal. So we're literally just protecting them by
We're
farming
not
them.
talking about animals in the wild.
So
We're talking
they don't have
about
the same
92
right.
billion animals being unalived a year and
I
3
don't agree
trillion
with
in
factory
sea live.
farming. I don't agree with factory
Why not?
farming. I think it's horrible.
Why is that wrong?
Because it's not humane. Like
Why isn't it humane?
We're not
Why does
treating
that
them
You know
matter?
the definition of
We're
humane?
not treating them well.
So
Do you know the definition of humane?
Wait, you think factory farming's humane?
I'll get to it.
I
Hold
didn't.
on.
Wait, I asked you. You said it's not humane, factory farming, or the way they do it.
Yes, I
asked
support
you.
local farming. I
Okay,
support local,
I
but not
asked
factory
you.
farming.
Okay, I asked you if you know what the definition of humane is, because a lot of people who eat meat throw that word around and they don't even know what the definition of it is.
I think we need to treat animals as best as we can.
Why?
And when they're in our custody.
Why? Tell me why. Yeah, why?
To prevent suffering.
Oh, so you do care about their experiences.
Right, but I don't think that
Well,
they have the same rights.
humane means, just to let you know, humane means being benevolent and compassionate to humans and animals. So how can you humanely unalive something, or humanely shoot something, or humanely slit something's throat, or humanely gas something? Someone, sorry.
Right,
Someone.
so it's one of the things that comes with farming, because a lot of these animals, if they were out in the wild, they would be
It's not a
eaten alive
justification.
Yeah, but you're missing a very key point here when you say that, Anthony, and that is that we're not taking these animals from out of the wild and putting them in farms to protect them. We are breeding them into existence to exploit them for a benefit to us that is not necessary. So it's not about protecting the animals at all. That has nothing to do with them. We breed them into existence.
How is it
They
not
don't
necessary?
ask to be here. They don't ask to be held captive.
They provide energy and resources to us.
Because we can get everything we need from other
We
sources.
can get that elsewhere. We don't need animals for that.
But even if we get it elsewhere, we're still going to be killing animals.
No.
No.
Yes.
Where's your evidence
No.
for that?
Talking
How
about
do you grow vegetables? You think vegetables
Okay,
just
he's
come off the
talking
plant?
about crop deaths.
Exactly. We're all going back to crop deaths again. And if you care about crop
Again.
deaths, we feed most crops to the animals you use. So if you want to reduce crop deaths, you would live vegan. We actually have a large study on this. We have a large study on this. We have a large study on this, the largest on the topic. It's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. It goes over thousands of farms in hundreds of countries. And it goes over thousands of farms in hundreds of countries, and they found that we're dedicating 83% of our agricultural land to just raising animals. If we stopped raising animals, not only could we feed more humans,
that's bullshit.
Stop talking. Not only could we feed more humans, we could actually rewild the land equivalency of North America and South America combined. So we'll feed 10 billion people, have a greener planet, and not enslave other animals. And it's funny that you call it garbage when you haven't even looked at it, just because it goes against what you see the world as. Doesn't that show you right there that you're using your emotions instead of logic?
No, I'm using logic because
You're
you
not.
need animals. You need animals to create. Okay,
No, you
crops
don't.
and vegetables.
You do not.
Because you need
Have you heard of
fertilizer,
veganic farming?
okay?
Have you heard of
It's called-
veganic? Shut your fucking hole. God damn it, Ant. Good God. Just stop talking. Stop it.
It was fucking talk.
Stop
So shut up.
fucking talking. Shut your fucking hole. Good God. Sorry, guys. I just get so frustrated when people are like, I deny science. Well, then you
I
can
know,
go
that's
off
crazy
and
to
put
me.
your head in a dirt hole for all I care.
Like
'cause
this
that's
has
what you're
been
doing.
researched. I don't understand that. I mean, you named a study, like they've done research. We're not pulling this out of the air.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. I'm sorry if I offend those on my panel when I lose it like that. I just cannot handle someone saying it's okay for me to stick sharp objects into somebody who feels and wants to avoid feeling pain. It's okay for me to bleed them out for my sensory 15 minutes of pleasure. And I'm going to deny that they care about what happens to themselves. I'm going to deny that there's all these other consequences to using them. I'm going to deny it because my tasties, my dopamine.
And I'm gonna shit them out in 2 days or a week.
Exactly. Just flushing them away. Like what? That's the biggest insult you could do to somebody. We put it in our horror movies that we're going to eat each other. That's one of the most terrifying things we can think of to do to each other. And we're doing it to somebody.
Yep.
So it's just so maddening. And I can't help but just yell at these people sometimes.
I know. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating because they've been so indoctrinated and brainwashed to think this way about these animals, because I say this all the time. We're all born into this society where this is what we do. And something has to happen to get you to question it before you ever question it. Yeah. We had that thing happen that got us to question it. These people haven't yet.
That's
true. We're trying to be that thing, but they're so brainwashed.
That is what it is. It's like, wake up.
Yeah, exactly. You want to shake them and smack them. Like Cher, snap out of it.
Exactly. Oh my God. What's also, I think, frustrating is I see myself in them because I also was pretty resistant to hearing about it.
We were there once.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So just know that whoever I've just yelled at, I don't remember your name anymore. Just know that I was in the same position. I was also a prick to people that didn't want to hurt other animals. So I guess there's a little bit of karma coming back at me. Like, you get to deal with that then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, hey, E, what's up? Are you over 18? Hello? Are you there? Maybe?
Hello, E.
We can't hear you if you're talking. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you then. You can request back up if you figure out what's going on. Oh, okay,
They,
you're a child.
they even wrote yummy nuggets.
I was gonna say they're a child. They're like, I didn't know what to do with the moment I had.
Yeah.
That's something that a little baby says. Little weenie baby. Well, if anybody's over the age of 18 and you're not vegan, you are welcome to come up here and tell us why you're not vegan, and we'll talk about it. I try to not make this a debate. I know TikTok has become very much a debate environment, and everyone does feel like they want to debate. It's fine if that's what it turns into. I don't really want it to be that, though, because debating means we're just trying to see which side can win. And really, it should be more like,
Yeah.
hey, do you actually agree with this principle? Your actions aren't aligning with that. So, all right. Well, Shark, I will bring you up. I saw you were trying to talk to Vegan Heretic, though.
And it's like all you do is talk over people.
Yeah. Are you over 18?
Okay.
Oh, you're not. You're a child. You're a child. Okay, so Shark, I can't have you up here if you're under 18. I can only talk to those that are over 18 because talking to children is creepy. I don't want to talk to kids. But second of all, TikTok doesn't want me to do it either. They don't want to normalize adults talking to kids on the internet for good reason. A lot of adults are manipulative, and even though you may think you're smarter, they can be smarter than you. They can even manipulate other adults. So that's why it's important that you as a minor don't go on the internet, because they may exploit you and you won't even know it. And that would be something you have to live with your whole life, especially if it's on the internet.
That's such an understatement.
I know, right? Like, there's so much danger. I always feel like I need to give a PSA every time there is a kid that comes up here like, hey, look, it's fine that you're curious about this topic. That's not the problem. But you can't talk to people that are older right now because you're a moral patient and vulnerable. So is that okay? I don't know. What was your question? I'll scroll back a little bit. Oh, no, I don't see your question. So is that okay? I don't know what that's in response to. I did have someone else and then they dropped it as well. Well, I'm going to run through the comments then and we'll see what's going on. So all those that are in the comments that maybe can't come up, if you can't request up, let us know why you're not vegan. Okay, Shark. Yeah, I can't. You got to be over 18. Right there. It's the corner there. I can't reach it, but I guess I can move my camera. No, forgot. I have to go over here. There we go.
There's one person that does the career ladder, and he always asks, you have to bring your parent on to confirm.
You have to bring your parent. But yeah, so right there it says 18 plus.
But that's how you can hit two people.
On our screen, it looks like it says 8 years.
Oh, really? It's cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So right now, it looks like it says 8 years.
That's hilarious. How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. That's weird. That's so weird. Why does it do that? I'll have to look into why it's doing that. Because I'm on OBS. It shouldn't be off like that. That's weird. Yeah, weird. I'm gonna be weirded out by that for a while. Is that okay? If I shrink it like that? Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. Well,
yeah, but it was just saying 8 years, and
yeah,
I was like,
that's not cool.
That's why that so many kids are coming on.
No, kids, go away. I don't want to talk to you if you're 8 years old. No, gross. Let's see. Let me flip back to my YouTube, see if there's any chats going on here. How y'all doing? I see Pia. Hey, Pia. Tiger Woman. Bugs Bunny Meat. I don't know about you. Yet I will never restrict my diet for a trend. I eat what I want. Yeah, vegans eat what they want too. We don't want to eat somebody. That's all veganism is. I don't want to use somebody. Like the carnivore trend?
Yeah. I love how people have this idea in their head that we're sitting there forcing food down our throat, hating every minute of it, being miserable. Like,
yeah.
I don't get that. Like, do they really think we would be vegan for as long as we are? And like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, think about that for a minute.
It does not make sense.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, hey, another damn vegan. Good to see you. Ben from Berlin. Good to see you. I saw Lee Lemon in the TikTok chat. What's up? And hi, Vegan Corey. I see you as well. Looking for some opposition. Anybody who's not
And if
vegan.
you,
Go ahead. Sorry.
sorry,
Oh, no, please
all
go
I was
ahead.
going to say to Ant is look at all the bodybuilders and sports people that are vegan.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Nehemiah Delgado.
I think Billie Eilish is vegan in her family.
So I love that Billie Eilish came out with that recent statement where she made it very
I haven't
clear.
seen the statement yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to ruin it for you, but it's still worth it to go watch her say it. But she says you can't love animals and eat meat at the same time. You can do one or the other, but you can't do both. And I do appreciate those comments. And every other aspect of her life, I'm sure she is living vegan. But I found out that she is a very avid horseback rider. So
Yeah,
much
I found that out too.
So much so that they've made comments that she could be in the Olympics with it. So I'm like, okay, that means she has a really well-trained horse. Does she understand what goes into that?
I don't know about that. I've heard her in conversation saying that she only does it for anxiety, but I have not heard anything about her going into the Olympics or doing anything.
Not that she is going into Olympics. It's just that her skills are that high. She does say that it is for private. She doesn't make it public, and it is for her own mental health. I have heard that.
Right, her own mental health. Yeah, and I can understand, but I can also go, well, try something else, you know?
Yeah, because like,
right.
How does a horse become a safe ride? I mean, obviously you know, but like, how else does a horse become a safe ride other than knowing they're the sub in the relationship? Yeah. They don't get a choice on that. They don't get to say, "Oh, my preference is to be the dom."
Yeah.
So but other than that, I love Billie Eilish and I love how loud she speaks up about things. I just wish I could have a conversation, even a private one, about horseback riding because I think she would be receptive to that. But anyway, her recent statements, amazing and fire, and I really appreciate her saying that.
I kind of hope we're really trying to push it for her to see what's going on with Ridgeland too.
Yeah, I hope that would be awesome. If she spoke up about
make some
Ridgeland.
Statement about that. Yeah,
it'd be great if because all I can think about are those dogs that are left, the 500 dogs left behind. And I'm like, is any effort being done for them?
They're getting them out. They're getting them out too. But you know, we have 23,000 to go after in New York now.
What's happening in New York?
We're going after MBR in New York and MBR in the UK. That's what DXE is. I'm with DXE and we're going after them. That's our next hit is going to be MBR in Rochester, New York.
I do have the DXE breakdown of what they're doing, all the causes, or no, what do they call it? Campaigns, all the different campaigns that they're pushing. And I do appreciate their perspective and where they're coming from. And so far it does show the evidence, the limited evidence we have does show that activism that is pointed at these larger corporations makes big change. But we just haven't seen it happen where it wipes out a sector. It just hasn't happened yet. We have improved welfare.
At least Rigland is being shut down. So I mean, this is a company that's been doing this for 60 some odd years, with these beagles, and at least we're getting them shut down,
Sadly though, it's for welfare things.
We are doing it. Are doing it, but it's going to take time,
Yeah. What makes me the most upset is that it's not about, like, those dogs aren't being rescued because they were tested on. They're being rescued because the facility was doing things that broke the law. And that's what really upsets me the most. That's why those 500 dogs are still in there, because what they do isn't considered abuse. It's considered science.
Yeah.
So.
But it brings attention to it, though.
Absolutely.
And it allows us
to
start the conversation that, okay, hey, this lab was not really working legally. However, they shouldn't be doing this anyway because.
Yep. And that's what the evidence shows, is that when you do use what we currently have, the legal levers available to us, like the welfare things, that's honestly our strongest tool, according to the evidence, to make change. So DXE is following a strong playbook. I
Yeah.
feel frustrated by it because it just feels, even though that is what's making the biggest change, it feels like a half measure. Because
Right.
I don't know, it's not everyone, and it's just so for these pointed things. But again, the evidence shows
Well, you
that
want
it's
it to be for the right reason, right?
exactly,
That
you want them to be
society
free
has
and
decided this is wrong. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I get you. I get you. On the one hand, it's almost like, okay, well, at least they're being taken down for something, but
exactly.
we as a society need to come to an agreement that this is just wrong and it just should not happen anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You read exactly how I felt. That was perfectly put.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
What
hey
really
Nat.
sucks is when they
Go ahead.
close one place down, but then open up a new place under a different name.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had that done with Hooters over here, and now it's someone's chicken palace. It's like, oh my god. Like, it doesn't matter for the animals, but the business is different. So
You got to guess.
hey Nat, are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay. Why aren't you vegan yet? Or actually, first, are you vegan? I should ask.
No.
Okay. So
I
why
still
aren't you
live
vegan?
with I live with my parents still.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, we've kind of always done it, and I do, like, if there was, like, I know there's a way for me to do it, but, like, I feel like my parents would kind of be like, so I don't know. I also don't know if I go vegan necessarily, like, maybe, like, find a way to raise my own, meat if that was possible. Like, do you guys consider that, like, ethical,
Well, so
meat?
have you heard of the term vegan before?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you understand it to mean?
No eating of, like, animals.
That is a part of it. But veganism actually comes from an ethical stance to not want to demand others be exploited for you. So the way I simply put it is, I don't want to demand others be enslaved for me because I don't want to be enslaved for others. Does that relate with your own principles?
Like animals or
Well,
like
anybody. But, like, if you can avoid demanding someone's exploitation, do you think that you should?
yeah.
Yeah. That's all veganism is. It's just recognizing there's a victim and that it's an unnecessary thing to use them for. So I'm abstaining from supporting that.
Does that mean like does that count in terms of like raising your own cattle and like oh.
Well, because if you think about it, if you were to, let's say you're going to raise a cow, but instead of a cow, you switch the cow for a human. What does it, all these treatments you were going to do, all the nice things for the cow, you're instead doing them for the human, is now farming humans moral because you're giving them a good life?
No.
Yeah, I agree. Why do you think that would be immoral to do to humans?
Well, this is just a difference. I'm not saying like it makes it like completely okay, but like humans have kind of more of a not that we're smarter, we have more consciousness, I believe, or not consciousness. Animals are obviously conscious. I don't really know how to explain it.
Well, so we do know that animals feel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own emotions, like they can feel joy and suffering. And they typically are going to show signs of avoiding things that make them suffer, and they tend to go towards things that make them feel good, right? Yeah. Wouldn't you agree that humans, even humans that aren't intelligent, that they do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it just comes down to, do you think that there's any justification that justifies ignoring those values, those inherent values in other sentient beings, to use them for our own benefit? Is there any good reason you can think of? I know you said
like
you
for
couldn't.
humans?
I mean, what separates us? I know we were kind of struggling with answering that, but I guess I'll just say there is no morally relevant difference. You already said you can't put your finger on it, and I was like trying to get you to do it again. But so since we know there is no morally relevant difference, because you were talking about intelligence, and you even reminded yourself that animals also have their own intelligence and are conscious.
Yeah.
Knowing that, what might stop you from your next opportunity choosing vegan?
Um, I think that we were kind of. I know there's ways to supplement it, but I feel like humans were kind of made to eat meat, right? Like, I believe our canines are meant for like actually chewing up meat. Like, our bodies kind of not need it, like, because there are ways to supplement it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there's other ways to get those nutrients, right?
But it's like I don't think it's as easy or always as accessible.
Okay. Well, let me give you an example. Let's say that I have a dog next to me. So it's very convenient for me and really inexpensive. I go ahead and I kick this dog for exercise and fun. So I'm getting great benefit out of it. I honestly nothing else excites me but kicking a dog. Do you think that my benefits outweigh the dog's experiences?
No.
Yeah, I agree. The dog's experiences matter way more than me kicking them. And what I think about is either I can go without kicking or I can kick something else. So if I can go without it, that's great. If I can find an alternative, that's great too. But the whole point is that I'm not causing a victim to experience unnecessary suffering and be exploited. Do you agree that that would be the moral choice?
Yes, if it wasn't like suffering, or if it was suffering, but if we're like allowing animals to live like their whole lives and then,
well, we don't
eating
do
them.
that. We sadly don't do that. They take a lot of these animals' lives at a fraction of their potential lifespans for a couple of reasons. For one, their flavor decreases as they age. They become their textures change. They become more tough. They're not as appetizing. Also, now that the quality of their flesh is going down, it also is more expensive to keep them alive because you have to feed them for longer. So the reason why they take their lives so young is because they're doing it for profit. Those animals are not a someone, they're a product. And they want the best tasting, textured product that they can get, and they want to get it there as fast as possible. Many of the chickens, for example, when that's like 6 weeks that they live, the way that we've mutated them, they look like adult chickens, but they would actually still be under their mom's wing. Like they're still so young. They still peep. They're not even making chicken noises. They're making peeping noises when they're sent to slaughter. So these are just babies. But even if, let's say that the farmers decided they don't care about the profits, they want to feed America and they're going to let these animals live their full lives. Do you think it would be fair to take someone who's lived a long life but can live more? Do you think it's fair to take their life when they wanted to live?
No.
Yeah. So, that's what vegans are trying to point out, is that these animals, regardless of how long you let them live, they don't want to be murdered. They don't want their life taken from them. So, and then,
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm not saying this is like all animals, but like can't animals also feel like pain, like if suffering? Like I'm not saying that all animals like are suicidal. I'm saying like can't animals also express feelings of like not wanting to be alive, or like if something I'm not saying this is how it would.
I haven't seen an animal be like that, and if we had a human like that, what do you think we should do? Should we just immediately off them, or should we talk to them and try to figure out what's wrong first?
Talk to them.
Yeah. And if we can't do that with other animals, I would err on the side of not taking their life unless it is something that is in their best interest, right? Like you clearly see their suffering and there's no solution to that suffering. I can understand taking someone's life in that sense, in their best interest, not yours. But that's just not the case. Go ahead, sorry.
And no, that's fine. I was just going to throw in, there has been documentation where animals, when their partner, other animals passed away and stuff, go into depression. It does exist.
That does happen, yes. Yeah. I mean, I've seen videos of even dogs cry over their owners.
They'll literally stop eating, drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that animals can get depression. It's very well known and it's very well documented. And it's funny you just brought that up, Life, because one of the films, and I talk about a lot, is Cow. And there is a scene where this cow that they follow at this dairy farm in the UK, Luma, she has her baby taken away, as is the case in dairy. And she won't eat. She will not eat. You see all the cows lined up. They got their feed. And you can just tell that she just is not okay. Yeah. And she just kind of lays there and turns away. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And it's because she misses her baby, because they took her baby away. So it is very well documented. Now, whether or not animals have suicidal ideation, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
in
they
a sense,
get
they kind of
depressed.
Well, I'm
are,
pretty
right?
sure I was only kind of bringing that up because I'm pretty sure I've seen something. I'm not sure if it's whales, that or I forgot what it was. Like
They
they'll
beach
kind of drown themselves.
Oh,
Yeah,
beaching
or
themselves.
just stop
gotcha.
moving.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that's like a justification for it.
Right.
I was just
Right.
But depression and stuff in animals, their way of suicide is just not to eat anymore.
Yeah.
True.
Well, no, there is suicidal penguins that will walk
Aw.
into the middle of Antarctica to
Yep.
make them freeze to death. But
Really?
yeah,
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And I've seen a few videos where the penguins, they were always around one human and stuff, and the human came back after a while, and the penguin went right up to them and basically was wailing. And if you look at dogs, when the husband goes to war and comes back a year later, are totally happy that the owner is back.
The owner's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I've seen it with chimpanzees and apes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen it with lions too. Yeah.
I gotta get going here soon, but I just have one question, Nat. So if you were like, I'm kind of confused on this whole like moral stance. If you find that you can actually sustain yourself and like without contributing to slavery and murder of animals, don't you think you should do so?
Yes. Are you asking like why I'm not doing it like at this moment?
No, I was just asking, do you actually think that you should? Because like some
Yeah.
people will say, like because like some, and I gotta know if that's like some word service, because sometimes people are gonna say yeah just to save face, but yeah, no, I
No,
just need to know.
I have multiple animals. Like I really, like one time, okay, I know you have to go, but really quick. When I was younger, I used to live somewhere, and there was an egg at school. Like it was just an egg, and I brought it home and tried to incubate it, and it accidentally cracked, and I was crying and like telling my parents. So it wasn't fertilized. It wasn't actually like a bird, but I thought I killed it. Like I love animals. Like I don't think that they should die just for us, but I think yeah.
Yeah.
You sound like you'll be a vegan. It might be just that you need to find the resources. Like, oh, go ahead. Were you gonna say, Axel?
Yeah, I'm gonna get going here real quick, but not just know that like like you said that you care about animals and everything like that, but the real thing is to recognize, because I used to be kind of in a similar position. The point is that as much as we care about animals, what really matters is how the animals value their own life, and we should respect them before we care about them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just the only thing that I leave. Like that's the one thing that I learned in becoming vegan. I've only been vegan since I was 21, and I went plant-based before that as a joke. But like since 21, that was kind of the realization that came to me, was that regardless if how I feel about cows or how I feel about pigs, or it's really how they feel about themselves that we should be thinking about, rather than that. And because we can care about other people or did not care about other people, but it's how that person cares about themselves that we should be thinking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I gotta say, but I gotta go. You guys have a good one.
Thanks
Have
for
a
being
good
up
one.
here, Axel.
Yeah, thank you.
Ciao, Axel.
Well,
I also have a question, if that's okay.
yeah, sure.
So like, I think we all kind of understand realistically that a lot of people would like not like the idea of being vegan, or that the whole world wouldn't collectively do it. Do you think it would be kind of like a little bit more realistic to try? And so we were talking about like letting them live longer and not caring about the taste or whatever, to just allow them to have more time. Do you think if that was a possibility that we should like strive for that first? And
No.
No, because
No.
even if I reach the age of 80 or 90, I still don't want to be schmurdered. So,
like,
it's not here's the thing you have to remember, Nat, is that you have to try and put yourself in these animals' shoes, and you have to understand, like, they're being forcefully bred into existence. They are they're they're held captive on these farms, right? And
Yeah.
even these small local farms who may treat them very well, they're still being held captive and they're being used. And their sole purpose is to just be raised until they can be unalived for a purpose that just isn't necessary any longer. And if anybody had a choice in the matter, they would not choose that, right? I mean, obviously, there might be a difference between a small local farm and a factory farm, but there are things that are still done on small local farms that are part of standard practice, depending upon how many animals they have, like grinding down of horns, cutting of tails. There's procedures done to I'm not even going to call it a procedure. There's things done to these animals that involve mutilating them. There's no anesthesia or pain medication given. There's reasons they do this in the industry.
Horns and cutting like happens before they're dead?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is when they're young, when they're babies. They grind the horns down, or they burn them. Beaks are
removed.
cut off. They do these things so that the
testicles are just ripped off.
And it's not done by a vet. It's done by the people that work on the farm, and it's not done gently. And there's no anesthesia or pain medication. It's just done to them, which essentially is torture, right? And these are legal standard practices on most farms that raise animals for food, clothing. It's so that the animals can't hurt each other or hurt the people working with them. And it's barbaric if you think about it. It's pretty sadistic. But even if you're not doing those things to the animals, raising them, breeding them into existence simply to unalive them for a purpose that just is not necessary in 2026, it is just morally wrong, right? It just is. It doesn't, you could give them treats and massages and pedicures every single day. You know what I mean? And hug them and kiss them and let them play. But you're still exploiting them at the end of the day. So it's not about treatment, or it's not about when they're unalived. It's about the fact that we shouldn't be doing it to them at all. We shouldn't even be breeding them into existence at all for these purposes that we use them for. Food, clothing, entertainment, with testing. It just isn't necessary anymore. And these animals, if they had a choice, they would not choose to live the way they live, regardless of how they're treated, because they have no freedom, they have no autonomy. It's an injustice.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with like everything you said, obviously. But like, okay,
it starts with the consumer. If the consumer, you or your parents or whoever, did not purchase it, this would not be happening. So this is where it starts.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Also, sorry, I don't know how to bring this point up, but like, okay, this is obviously, I'm just trying to bring it up like into this, not like justify anything, but like the food chain, kind of like, how animals kind of eat other animals, and that's kind of how it works. Obviously that's not how it works if we're breeding them. because they're not like.
Yeah, humans. What we call the food
Yeah.
chain is actually the trophic scale, which is just about how energy is passed from one organism to another. And human beings, believe it or not, are in between anchovies and pigs. We're not at the top. A lot of humans think we're at the top, but that's just because humans think they're like the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But yeah, and even if there was a quote unquote food chain, humans, we took ourselves out of that a long time ago, right? Like what we're doing has nothing to do with nature. And the difference between an animal in the wild and a person like you or me is an animal in the wild, they're moral patients, right? They're not moral agents like we are. And they have to do what they have to do to survive. A lion cannot take a debit card into a supermarket and buy whatever they want, right? Like that they're doing what they have to do. Humans have gotten to this point where we're not just eating for survival anymore. We haven't for a very long time. I mean, yeah, we have to eat to survive, right? Obviously, but it goes beyond that for us, and we can go into a supermarket where we have hundreds of thousands of items and we can choose a kind of more compassionate option. Because even science has shown that people thrive on a plant-based diet, that we don't need to consume meat or any animal products to be healthy and to thrive. So, yeah, it's the food chain doesn't apply to us anymore. It hasn't for a long time.
And there's a ton of animals that are definitely don't eat any animals themselves anyways. If you look at giraffes, or if you look at other animals, there's a lot of animals that just don't eat meat.
Yeah, the largest animals on the earth don't.
Yep.
Elephants,
I just kind
hippos,
of think that
gorillas.
we used to eat meat, but I think that now that we do have the resources, and obviously our brains kind of developed more empathy, I think that, it's kind of the better option to not.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously started off as a necessity long ago, right? I mean, it did, we could only forage so much, especially in places where it was winter for months at a time, so we did start consuming animals out of necessity. But like I said, that necessity just doesn't exist for most of us, especially in first world countries now, so yeah, and again, there's a lot of people think that if you go vegan, like you're limited in what you can eat, but it's actually not true. I mean, I say this all the time. I eat all the same meals I used to eat before I was vegan. They're just made with different ingredients. That's it. You're literally just taking an animal ingredient out and you're replacing it with a plant-based ingredient. And there's millions upon millions of recipes all over the internet.
You can still eat junk food.
Yeah, exactly. I still eat pizza. I still eat cake. I still eat cookies. You know what I mean? So,
Some
a lot
Pringles
of people
are
think,
vegan.
yeah.
Wait, but doesn't pizza have cheese? Or am I?
Well, they have vegan cheese. A lot of pizza places have vegan cheese now. And before I used to order from Domino's because Domino's marinara sauce was vegan, and they had a gluten-free crust that was vegan. So I used to get a pizza just loaded with veggies and sauce, and it was so good. Now the Domino's in the U.S., I think now they do have vegan cheese. Actually, I think I heard that they just implemented that, so that's also an option. But yeah, and I mean, you can make a lot of stuff at home. You just have to, learn how to cook the recipes. But I mean, like I said, there's tons on the internet, and a lot of foods that a lot of people already eat are vegan anyway. Rice and pastas and beans and lentils and nuts and, potatoes and, you know what I mean? A lot of cereals. So people are, and obviously fruits and vegetables. So people are already eating partially plant-based anyway. I keep saying eating vegan. I have to stop that. Vegan isn't a diet. But yeah, and I understand that you live at home and so you don't purchase the food and you probably I don't know if you make any of your meals, but I would just try talking to your parents because it's not really going to change a lot if you can learn how to make some recipes and just have them buy the things that you need. And contrary to popular belief, plant-based is actually a lot cheaper. I think people think it's expensive because they think we live on like Beyond Meat and stuff like that. But that's not true.
Yeah, because it's
So
mostly the like replacement products that are more expensive.
Yeah.
Like the
if they're vegan brands, they could be a little more expensive, but you don't have to eat the meat replacements. You know, you don't
yeah.
have to. Some of us do that just to feel like we're, because I mean, we didn't stop eating meat because we didn't like it, most of us, right? It's an ethical stance. So sometimes I feel like I want to feel like I'm eating a cheeseburger, so I'll get a Beyond Meat patty, right?
Mhm.
But we don't live off of that stuff. We really
Yeah.
don't. So it does end up being a lot cheaper, actually. But I would have a talk with them. They might be very supportive because it might not change a lot. They might already be buying a lot of stuff that you can already eat because it's inherently vegan, and picking up one or two other items so you could like make a recipe might not be that big of a deal.
Yeah. Sorry, I just have like one more question if that's okay. Um
Yeah, that's why we're here. We love these conversations.
And definitely read labels. Read labels because there is animal product put in everything, and a lot of people don't realize that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it may feel overwhelming, but you'll find the products that you like real fast.
And there's apps that can help you too with
That's
looking
true.
at the food labels.
Yeah, it's a little hard right now because like I'm on a GLP-1 and they tell you to eat like a lot of protein, so it's just a little hard right now. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay. So a great resource. You can either go to Anti-Animal Use. They have what's called 10 Weeks to Vegan, or you can look up challenge22.com because they actually give you access to a free plant-based dietitian that might be able to address your specific needs. Yeah. I feel like that's really valuable. If that's genuinely what's holding you back, I mean, that's a free resource. They do have you sign up to be in a group of other people that are new to veganism, so they're also trying to figure out how to overcome their obstacles. But that's honestly just a plus. It's a benefit to have a community to reach out to when you're like, hey, this is hard. I don't know how to get over this obstacle, and to have other people bounce ideas off.
And you have all of us here too.
Exactly. You can follow all of us. We would love to answer
follow
any questions anytime.
Yep.
That's why we put ourselves out here, because we want to be that resource for you. So, and the community. We're a resource and community.
And there's a lot of great documentaries and stuff as well.
Yeah. Actually, I have them all listed in antianimaluse.org. If you go to the resource page, all the documentaries are listed there. And also a list of, I think it's just YouTube vegans right now that I think about it. But it is a list of YouTube vegans that you can go follow. I need to update it so it has TikTok vegans because I want to have all of the community. But yeah, that might be a great start for you. It's just to browse the resources there.
And there's so many celebrities that are vegan, and some cities, as I've mentioned before, have vegan festivals.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a great resource.
They just had one in Phoenix. They just had a huge one in Phoenix.
Nice.
And in 2 weeks.
I was going to say, yeah. Life is going to have one next to him in Berlin or in Germany. It's not Berlin. You're not in Berlin, right? Yeah.
No, I'm in Stuttgart.
Yeah, I was thinking of Ben.
7 hours away from Berlin.
Gotcha. I have another German person in my YouTube chat. Sorry, Nat.
Pardon me, Nat?
Go ahead, Nat.
Sorry, vegan includes like animal products, right?
Excludes them, yeah. Because there's no way to obtain any animal products without exploiting an individual, someone who's sentient and cares what happens to themselves. So even honey, for example, a lot of people don't think there's harm in honey because the bees are always gathering pollen and making honey, and you're just taking the excess. But what you're doing is you're relying on someone's unpaid, uncompensated labor and, not even taking into consideration what's in their best interest. So they make this honey for their hive and for their babies, and you're exploiting them to eat their labor. And so that's why vegans don't eat honey. Eggs, similar thing. Chickens, they produced eggs, but they weren't laying unfertilized eggs all the time. We took them from their home. They were laying maybe 13 to 15 eggs a year, and we made them mate with somebody so that their baby was deformed and can lay up to 100 to 300 eggs a year. So, it's
But you can
unfair.
replace. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, to demand someone exist to carry this weight for you, and make the excuse, well, they're going to do it anyway. It's like, well, then we shouldn't breed them into existence, knowing that they will be dependent on us and that they will have this handicap. I'm sorry, Life, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You can replace eggs, like make scrambled eggs using tofu.
Mm-hmm. And if you miss that sulfury flavor from eggs, there's something called black salt. You can put that on literally anything. You can put it on a potato and it would make it taste like egg. It's amazing. So yeah, tofu scramble immediately satisfies the egg craving if you want to eat eggs
And
directly.
you can make chocolate mousse using tofu, and it will taste like friggin' chocolate mousse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even
Silken tofu, yeah, that works really good.
sorry, just like a clarifying question. Even if you raise your own chickens and do all that, like obviously I don't think there's a way to sorry, my dog's like moving. Even if you like raise them, and I don't think you can get the original breed back that didn't lay like a bunch of eggs.
Yeah. Well, let's say they are wild. Let's say you were able to find a wild chicken. Do you think it's fair to take them from their home just so that you don't have a chicken that was genetically manipulated?
Well, if they're home, like I think if you like grabbed them and took them to like wherever you lived, I think that's wrong. Like if it lived near you, I mean, if it's like
so then
out in the
if they're out
wild.
in the wild and they lay a clutch of eggs, what makes that clutch of eggs yours?
Well, I'm not saying like you should go up and take some like random bird's eggs. But like if you kind of had your own, I think like if
How do you get them?
Well, I think you'd buy them.
Yeah. So they're going to come from that background I told you about where they're literally graping chickens to death. Like, so when you go to a hatchery, what happens is there's a shed that they keep the selected hens that have the genetics they like. They keep them in this barn and they're graped into their feces. They're stuck in there with a couple of roosters and they're just graped over and over again so that their eggs, they produce babies that have this mutation to overproduce eggs. And then, on top of that, when the eggs are hatched, they then sex them. You only need a few males to fertilize female eggs. So what do you think happens to all these males, these excess males?
They kill them?
Yeah, they put them in a blender their first day of life, fully conscious. Or they put them in gas chambers, or they tie them off in a bag, or they drown them, or they crush them. Either way, they put them all together and they end them together on their first day of life. Do you think that's fair?
No.
Yeah. So that's inherent in the egg industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you purchase a chicken, you're demanding someone, first of all, be born into existence with a handicap where they have to produce an egg all the time. On top of that, her brothers are ground alive, right? And she's not free.
Is there so there's no way to get a chicken that like ethically? There's no.
Is there a way that I could keep you in my house and take your eggs without using your consent? Is there a moral way for me to do that to you?
Well, I mean, if you're feeding me and I was like, and I had a good life, I mean, yeah, I think that would be personally for me moral, because like I wouldn't really care.
Are you sure?
Like, if I'm being,
Are you sure?
I don't know that you can say that, Nat, because remember, these animals aren't coming and knocking on our doors and asking for us to keep them, right?
Yeah.
We're taking them. We're not giving them a choice.
So wait, I just want to be clear. You think it's okay if I was to birth someone into existence and I just keep them in my basement, I use them for labor, but I give them food, shelter, and Netflix?
No, if they said no, then obviously like.
That was my point. I said I use you without your consent.
Oh, you said without.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know you said that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Without your consent. Is that moral to do to you?
No.
Exactly. So how do you get the consent of these other animals?
You can't really.
So is lack of consent in your mind consent?
Is lack of consent? No.
I agree.
Wait.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if someone cannot consent, do you have the right to do what you want to their body?
No.
I agree. And that's where we're at with other animals, because we can't reliably get, I don't know if you've heard the term fries. Have you heard of fries consent?
Like
So it means freely given. Let me get it all up there so I don't misdo it. Fries consent. It's an acronym to remember true consent of somebody, not somebody like a child can say, I want to be married, right? Or I want to have a baby, but they're a child.
Yeah.
They don't understand the gravity of what they're saying. So Fry's consent means freely, it's an acronym. F means freely given. R means reversible. I means informed. E is enthusiastic, and S is specific. So they're an informed individual knowing the consequences of what will happen. Then if someone, for example, a human who understands the gravity of if I pass away, I'm okay with you eating my body, and they actually fully understand that and they can retract it anytime, that would be a moral situation to eat human flesh. If an animal could clearly communicate, could show that they understood what they were committing to, then yeah, I would say it'd be fine to consume them if they said, yes, you can consume me. But we don't have that from animals. There's no way to get Fry's consent from them. So since we have lack of consent, we don't use them. That's what vegans recognize. I can't get consent, so I can't use their body.
I think too, we have to remember that, this is part of the indoctrination that we're raised in, that we do see these animals as producing products that we can take from them to use. But we have to remember that part of becoming vegan is changing the way we think and perceive these animals, that we're not looking at them as someone that can give us something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're their own individual. And we don't have a right to keep them or take anything from them. They don't belong to us. What they produce doesn't belong to us.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, you're not going to unalive if you never eat another egg, right? It's just not a necessary thing that you need. So it's changing the way we think about these animals, right? That we're not looking at them for what they can give to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, we're saying you don't view them as a something or a resource. You're viewing them as a someone. So like my neighbors, right? I could get food off of their bodies, rob them, whatever, use them in any manner. And it would be convenient for me because they're right next door, and it would be really cheap because I don't have to spend any money to go rob them. But, there's a victim involved, and their experiences matter more than my benefits. So it's the same thing when it comes to other animals. Even their eggs and even if their feathers fall off of their body, when we use any of their products, we're literally saying it's okay to use some arbitrary trait to justify exploiting them. It's okay because they don't think like us or don't look like us, but that doesn't change the fact they care about what happens to themselves. Just like we would not want to be enslaved, they don't want to be enslaved. Does this feel like for you going to change any of your actions that you have control over?
Yeah, I definitely do want to look more into it and see about talking more with my parents about it.
Absolutely. If you're willing to, go to antianimaluse.org. There's a 3-minute clip. It's just clips of Dominion. And I encourage people, if they're not willing to watch the full Dominion, which is the next documentary right by it, but if you're not willing to watch it, at least watch that 3-minute documentary and maybe watch it with your parents. Be like, hey, this was brought to my attention. Would you be willing to watch it with me? And maybe they'll talk with you and relate with you on it. Worst case scenario, they'll at least understand. If they're going to continue, at least they'll understand what it is they're demanding, and so will you. That's the bare minimum we can ask for.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, Nat, are you willing to look at that resource?
Yes.
Awesome.
And definitely come back and talk to us, give us feedback, ask us questions.
Yeah.
And talking quickly about the protein, so many plants, the bioavailability of protein in beans and quinoa and whatnot is quite high.
Yeah. I encourage you
So
to...
when you're talking about protein and GLP.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, go to that Challenge 22, talk to the dietitian. That would also be a really good resource for you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me up.
Hell yes. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
coming up,
coming.
man. Yeah, you had a lot of good
Yeah,
questions.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good
Have a
day.
great
Thank
evening.
you.
Have a good day, Nat.
See you, Nat. Well, that was great. I appreciate
That was
honest
a great
people.
conversation.
Yeah.
How long was that conversation? Half
It
an hour?
was, yeah, it was 36 minutes. It was a long one, but she's worth it. She's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I do try to keep
She was
them.
very receptive.
She was, and she had a lot of good questions. So,
She did.
Yeah, it's worth it
Well,
when they have good questions.
that's a proper way to have a debate.
Yeah. Yeah, to be genuinely
Not
curious.
to be
and
defensive, just to be
Right.
open for discussion.
And that's a good lesson for all of us, including myself. I sometimes lose that ability to be curious about their opinions anymore because I'm like, no, you're just wrong. But it really is, if you're curious about them, they do want to talk about themselves and where they come from.
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, I am going to hop out of here. I wish you guys all an awesome evening.
Thank you so much for being here. Everyone go follow Life. Please go check out his channel. Go see his content, and you'll see when he's on other panels.
Yep.
Or
Chat,
pure,
chat.
whatever. I don't know which one you want to be called, but thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Take it easy.
Yeah, you too. You have a good rest of your day. Awesome. Well, I actually might end it here as well. I do see we have some people in the waiting. Oh, I see you being Corey. I'm so sorry. The timing is... I'm so sorry. I'm ending right now. And I see you, Gormer. I don't know why you want to come up here again. They were the ones that were showing someone's dead flesh in their house.
Oh, God.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't get to see that.
But anyway, please go follow the vegans that were up here on my panel. Go follow all the vegans that were in the chat. I'm sorry that I didn't get to all the questions. I saw some good questions in the chat and I didn't get to them.
Are you just going live on Mondays now or something?
It's hard for me to get back to TikTok because I have been doing a lot more lives on YouTube, but I want to go live on here when I'm on the street because I feel like that would be also a good opportunity to get people on TikTok to see outreach.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm
awesome.
Maybe I do have two phones. I have my old phone and my new phone, so maybe I can have them both, like one on YouTube and one on TikTok.
Yeah.
Consider that. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
But so if that's the case, you might actually see me then on Friday. I may be even sooner because some of the other vegans that I work with, they go live during the week sometimes. So you might see me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday-ish. Definitely Friday and Saturday I'll be live. So
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. And if you want, I would definitely have you two on the panel if you want. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hear you as much because I'll be interviewing, but it would only be my trusted vegans allowed up here because I wouldn't be able to keep my eye on everybody.
Yeah, that would be totally awesome.
Yeah.
To do that. I think that would be a neat thing to do.
I know. I love watching your interviews out and about in public. I love it.
Yeah, I think you guys might like it when we're like actually live too, because everyone can like talk.
Yeah, and I wonder if you do it on TikTok, if you're live and you're on TikTok, if you can actually like see the questions. I wonder, like, or things people are asking in the on TikTok or what we're asking.
Oh yeah, I would be able to see the chat still.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I'd still be able to interact with chat, and we'd also have the guests. That's what I do with YouTube as well. Like in between guests, I'll talk to the chat and ask them questions and have them vote on things too. So yeah, definitely come check us out. Actually, I didn't even. We're all talking about it, and I have like an image. Oh, that's me. Oh yeah. So I'll be live on. I don't know if you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Okay, good. Sometimes when I flip between these, I don't have the mic source on there, so sometimes you might hear my voice cut out. Okay, cool. So I'll be live on Friday as well. So we'll have a video on Friday morning, and then Vegan Stoner Lady will be live in the afternoon, and then Anti-Animal Use will be live on Saturday. So, and I'm gonna try to get TikTok involved on all of those because I think we're missing out on some audience. So, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, I guess with that, we'll end it here.
See what's going on.
Thank you all for being here. I really
later.
appreciate your support.
Yeah, thank
you.
you.
Too, really. Thank you so much. So thank you. All right. And I want to thank everybody else. Thank you for being here. And Sarah, I didn't even thank you. Oh my God, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Sarah helped me reach my goal today, the live goal. Thank you so much. I totally arbitrarily did that because I was just dinking around with settings in TikTok to like, I was trying to figure out how we can get more people in here to watch. And one of the suggestions was to make a live goal. So I did that. But thank you, Sarah, so much for helping me reach it. So dubs in the chat for Sarah. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah. Oh, Ina, I see you. What's up? Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for being here. If you're not vegan, go vegan and have a great vegan day. I'll catch y'all, I guess, later this week. I'll see you on Friday at least. All right. See ya. Ah! All right. See ya. I love all the hearts. Ah! I love all those little emoji thingies. They're just so cute. I can't stop like smiling at them. They make me smile. Oh, wait. That's not the one you want. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Hold on. Let's see. Go to YouTube. Oh, you can't see. I think something like that. I think you can see me. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think I'm in view. I'm my YouTube video part is slow, so there we go. Thank you, YouTube, for being here. I really appreciate y'all's support, and thank you for the donations. Let me get to them. There was the £5 by Vegan Christianity. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the full name because I can't see it. It like cuts it off. Thank you so much for that £5. I really appreciate it. And Jake, oh my God, Jake. Thank you so much. Jake sent 100 for 2 jewels. Wow. Thank you so much for that, Jake. I don't know what jewels are, but I love that there's the 100. Did it like float 100 up? Oh, I really hope that, I want to know if it did that. And then Todd Pempler, thank you for sending the 10 jewels. Actually, your name is different now. You had a different name a second ago. Sent floating hearts for 10 jewels. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. That is huge. I really appreciate that. Dubs in the chat for all those people. Yeah, thank you, Jake. You're amazing. Thank you. If you're not following Jake, go follow Jake. Jake La Guitarra goes live almost every day. Was there for the Beagles. Oh my God, did you do it again? No way. Did you? Or is it just popping up? No, you did it again. Wow. Oh my God. Thank you. Jake, you're amazing. Please go follow Jake. He also has, oh, I didn't even talk about it, Animal Justice 21. I need it on a sticky note right in front of my face. So he's trying to make a more ethical, like Challenge 22, you know, where you're reflecting on your morals and why you would want to go vegan and at the same time have that community. Yeah, so if you're not vegan, go check out Animal Justice 21. Okay, Jake La Guitarra is the genius behind that one. Yeah, I don't know what jewels are either. Yeah, it's Johnny Vegan. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, Pandora, exact. Thank you. Sent floating hearts for 10 jewels. Thank you so much. Oh my God. That's so sweet. You guys, you're too much. Thank you. Aw. I appreciate all the emojis too. Little diamonds. Everyone's a diamond. Exactly. I actually even there's a phrase, who was it? Carrie said it. It was like, we're going through all these dirt clods, you know, tossing the dirt clods. We're looking for the diamonds. Those people that, you know, they care and they just don't know yet. Hey, what's up, Cooper? Oh, I appreciate you watching. I'm a lurker too. I go on people's lives and I'm like, oh, I'm just in the background. I have to tinker. I'm either in the kitchen or cleaning or I'm working on, most of the time I'm editing videos, but actually, Ian made this new thing, which I'm really excited about. I don't know if I should share it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. It makes editing so much faster. As soon as I'm done being live, it automatically cuts up the conversations. It has an analysis or like a review where it will like give you feedback on your outreach and what you can do to improve. And it even makes hooks. So like the way I like to organize my videos, like you have the full conversation and then there's like this hook that you put at the beginning to kind of entice you to keep watching. And it automatically does that. Automatically makes the teaser. It makes little shorts out of the conversations. It's such an amazing tool. It makes editing so much faster. So once he feels maybe done with it, I don't know if it's done now, but I really want to share that with people. It's such a great editing tool, and I think so many vegans could benefit from it because we're all feeling that burnout from edit. So, I love it, David. Look at all those stickers. I need to make better stickers. The stickers I have they're so overdone. We do those stickers on everyone's channel, so I'll come up with something new so that there's more exciting things as a member. I'm the ultimate lurker, Tad. That's great though. We need support in the channel. So even just being a lurker does something. Oh no, another damn vegan. Yeah, that often happens to me. I'm not on live chat. I'm on top chat. I have to change that. Allison. Yeah, lurkers must. That's another thing that Ian invented. I have a clicker tool. So I don't know if you can see it. Like if I hit a button, oops, I'm not touching the button now. So that can, when I'm watching other people's lives, I set that into motion so that you get consistent likes. But what's nice about it is that it taps infrequently. So it's got a random pattern to it so that other platforms can't notice that it's not you. Yeah, make sure you hit the like and you can tap the heart now, but we're wrapping up, so. Persons don't exist or they would be objects. Oh, use persons? Maybe I don't understand. I'm sorry. No such thing as a vegan. Well, that's like saying there's no such thing as an abolitionist to human slavery. Of course they exist. Why do you... Okay. Yeah, speciesism is basically using arbitrary traits to say you're not in my group, therefore I can ignore your sentience and use you for my benefit, which I personally would never want to be on the wrong end of that, so I don't do that to others. Thank you, No Injustice. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. That's a vegan. What's a vegan? Yeah, what is a vegan then? Yeah, exactly. I exist. Yeah, exactly, Gut. Oh, I called you Gut. Goot. Oh, wow. It's just because my brain read Gut. I know it's Goot. You're Goot. It's all Goot. Es ist Goot. Artificial? I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. That it's fake or that it's done for status? What do you mean that it's artificial? Yeah, appeal to hypocrisy. Yeah, even if I was a carnivore eating an animal right in front of you, the statement that we should respect other animals is not a fallacy. You know, maybe I'm being a hypocrite, but that doesn't change your actions and what you should do, right? I'm just a voice saying animals are sentient, they care what happens to them, and you don't need to use them. There's literally nothing you need from them. So then in your mind, what morally justifies this difference in treatment when there's no morally relevant difference? Yeah. We all care about what happens to ourselves. And I would hope that anybody that's going to affect my life takes into consideration my sentience, my ability to feel and experience, right? I hope that they take that into consideration. So I do the same for others that feel. Yeah, exactly. What is a vegan? Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of other beings. So we don't want someone to be used unfairly for us. So we don't unfairly, or because we don't want to be used unfairly. I almost mixed up my words there. Yeah, we don't want to use someone unfairly because we don't want to be used unfairly. Yeah, we don't eat eggs, cheese, ice cream, or milk. We don't eat those things. Eggs come from someone who was robbed from their freedom and then graped over and over again so that their children were mutated and had a handicap, were forever reliant on human care and always carried this weight. Cheese comes from females that are graped into becoming mothers, and then after a 9 months pregnancy, they have their babies ripped from them so that you can consume cheese and ice cream and milk. Vegans don't consume those things because that's not fair. It's not fair to the individuals that were robbed of everything. Being a vegan means they have some kind of mental illness going on. Could you name that for me, Glenn? What is that? Just so I can look into it and make sure my doctor diagnoses me correctly, because you were able to do it from a chat. It's so obvious. So I would love to know what the name of that mental illness is, and can you describe why it's harmful to have this mental illness? Someone's doesn't know chickens, it seems. What? It doesn't even make sense. Are you trying to say I don't know chickens? Are you saying I don't know chickens because you're saying they're not smart? What are you saying? Top of the food chain. Top of the food chain to you this morning. That's what that sounded like to me. Top of the food chain. So the food chain is actually just the tertiary, or what is it called? I just messed it up. Tertiary pyramid? No, that's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? It's the pyramid that shows you how the energy gets transferred in any given system. And you just notice that every time you go up each step on the food chain, that your, in case somebody else comes up with the actual name of the pyramid, I can't remember. But anyway, every time you take a step up on this chain, you're losing 90% of the energy that went into the individual below. So when a carnivore consumes an herbivore, 90% of the energy that went into the herbivore is lost to heat, because they live, they move, they think, and that requires energy. So you have to feed them and give them water and space. Trophic, thank you, Tad. It's trophic. I don't know why I thought tertiary. That's like the levels. It's like the 4th level or something, but trophic pyramid. Thank you. Trophic pyramid, and Jason Goot. Thank you. It's showing you that transfer of energy. So we're not top of the food chain. That doesn't show some kind of superiority. And even if it did, you're literally just saying, I'm all powerful. I can use your body for whatever I want, regardless of your best interests or your preferences. So exactly, no injustice. Trophic levels. Thank you. And Lewis, thank you. You've all been on top of it. Thank you so much. Oops. If suffering makes it taste better, then why not just eat humans? Right? They're going to have a lot of suffering. Why don't you do that to them? How are we not the top of the food chain? Oh, Travis. Travis. I just went over this. The food chain is not showing you superiority. It's showing you the transfer of energy. So you've got the plants, right? The sun gives energy to grass or whatever the plants are that are growing. The herbivore eats the plants, and the omnivore, carnivore eat the animal below them. And I just explained, this just shows the energy that's wasted when you use other animals, right? We're ignoring the ethics for one thing. And we're just talking about the practicality of you have to give the animal below you more plants, more food to be your food. So it's just more practical to eat the plants directly and save the resources. Top of the food chain, again, if we were the top, you're just saying might makes right. You're saying because I have the ability to take advantage of you, I will do so. And those are predators. Those are individuals that have a red flag on them, right? We don't call humans predators as a good thing. Oh, you're a great predator. Excuse me, what? Like that means you're not safe and we need to keep an eye on you because all you care about is your pleasure. All you care about is yourself. You don't care if you harm or use others. That's what a predator is. And you're proudly wanting that name, that title. It's gross, dude. Tell anybody I'm a predator. What kind of reaction do you think you're going to get? Probably something like this. The property status is corrupt law. That goes when the objection goes. Vegans do not personify animals. Non-vegans objectify them. Yeah, exactly. We're recognizing what's actually there, an individual who's experiencing their own version of life. Diet is vegan because you do not possess others to be your diet. Ooh, that might not have made sense. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm sure I am natural. Okay. Regardless of what's natural and what isn't natural, is it fair to use somebody without their consent? Ever. Even though we have the ability, Travis, to digest someone, that doesn't mean we need to do it. We actually have evidence that we thrive consuming a plant-based diet. So since we can, why would we ever? Exactly. Jeffrey was a predator. Precisely. Great example. Thank you, Jason. So like, what in your mind justifies doing this to vulnerable beings now that we know we have evidence that we don't need to use other animals and that we thrive using plants? Category error is things for person. Yeah, exactly. We're objectifying and making property out of living beings. You hunt carrots in the store. Do you hide behind like a wall and then just jump on them? I ate fish, also I don't discriminate. Well, then why don't you eat human? Why not human babies? Carrots are good. Yeah, you shouldn't exploit fish. They still care about what happens. Fishes are individuals that are sentient. They still feel suffering and joy. They care about what happens to themselves. They want to have that next positive experience, just like us. So there's no moral justification to rip them from their home so that they slowly suffocate to death. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't think most people understand consent, especially with that FRIES acronym. I feel like it's so important because some people think consent is literally someone just saying, yes, I want this done. But it's like, that's not always consent. That's just a sound. Like, does that person truly understand what they're saying yes to? Wow, vegans lacking protein and brain power. Oh, I know, right? Like, I'm just like just a big old mush pile over here doing nothing. God, I need some of that B12 from someone's flesh. Get over here. Give me your bicep. Gray. Cut off your leg for me and I'll hack on that. Using sexual predator is just a tactic to call carnivores evil without proper justification. Oh no, I would call someone who schmurders people. I guess it's YouTube. I could say murder. I would call people who murder other people without sexually assaulting them. I would call them predators as well. So it's not just sexual predation, but I would say if you're using animals, it's always going to result in sexual predation because we forcefully grape them or forcefully make them mate so that they have, which is also grape, by the way, making two individuals sex each other is rape. But if I'm just kind of sad about that fact now. I can't even, like, it seriously totally distracts me when it's like, to think about all the nasty that we do. Not only do we take their life, their children, but we grape them over and over and over again. And we say it's in their best interest. It's like, it's not. Because to do that to a human is not in their best interest. Why would it ever be in their best interest? Why would graping anybody be in their best interest? I don't care if I'm the last human on earth. Do not grape me. Please do not. Gross. It sounds like you would put people in slaughterhouses and consume them. No, I'm saying that you're not being morally consistent because you're saying it's okay to consume any animal. And I'm telling you, humans are animals. We're apes. So in your logic, it's moral to consume humans because they taste nice and it's convenient. And I disagree with that. I think that I don't care how convenient, tasty, and healthy they are. That's a someone, and they care about what happens to themselves. Why would you suggest people eating human babies? That sounds pretty effing sick of you on here. I might have to report you. You're literally eating babies. You're literally demanding that females be graped, forced into motherhood, and robbed of their babies so that you can eat their insides. That's you, Glenn. You're doing that. You're giving money to people who put their arms up animals, if you drink dairy, and they literally go back and forth. And to the males, they put buzzies in their bums until they ejaculate. That's someone's job to be face first with a bull's penis. There's videos of this. You can go look at my pages. I have a video of someone doing this exact thing. They're explaining to their child what is happening. This is so common. And it's like, oh, it's okay. It's all right that someone is jacking off an animal without the animal's consent. Gross. Gross. I mean, do you think that all bestiality should be legal? That's so disturbing. And it's like these people that sit here and defend it, they haven't seen it. You're just showing your pure ignorance. Like, if I heard of someone on their casual time, oh, I just go around jacking off bulls, I just go around fisting cows. Someone stop this person. That is disgusting. And the thing is that there have been people caught literally putting their junk inside of animals, because what's the difference? Like, you're literally grooming people into bestiality. Glenn, a predator is not a good name to give yourself. I don't know why you want to be called that. People that do bad things to other people have to go around when they move into a new neighborhood and say, I'm a predator. And they don't like having to do that. Why would you want to adopt that title? Gross. Glenn, I see that you're crashing out now. Yes, you need to deal with the fact that you pay for animals to be raped and murdered for nothing more than your sensory pleasure. You're demanding young bodies be exploited and used for you. Man up, be a human being, quit being a bitch. Yeah, you should do that. That's what you should tell yourself when you look in the mirror. Go do the right thing. It's not always easy, is it? You just have to do it. Actually, I find being vegan one of the easiest fucking things I've ever done in my life. So easy. Because I don't want to demand someone go through that. It's easy for me to look at a label. What's harder? Me learning how to eat without using, or live without using other animals, or someone having to walk into a slaughterhouse for my convenience? I think they have it harder. Exactly. He abuses defenseless infant animals for pleasure. Exactly, you tops. Yes, Glenn probably does need some comfort that a baby needs. Needs to be coddled and cooed at. It's okay. It's all right. You're not a bad person. And honestly, I don't think that most people that use animals are bad people. It's just that you're so conditioned, you're so brainwashed, and it's maddening because I want to shake you awake. I know you're a better person, Glenn. I know that if you saw someone kicking a dog, you would intervene. Not human females, you fucking idiot. What? Not human females. What are you talking about? You need to be more clear on your statements. No, girl, that's you saying that I'm doing that. I never said nothing about raping and killing human women to eat the babies. That's okay. So they're not human. They're a different form, but you're still doing the same thing to young bodies. You're demanding that they be raped for you, that they be bled and drained of blood and then cut into pieces for you. That's what you demand of babies. They're literally babies. Dairy cows, for example. Any cow, they can live to be 20, 30 years old, okay? And dairy cows are the longest lived of the animals we exploit. They get to 6. Out of 20 to 30 years, they get to 6. And this mindset, even if we let them get old, right? We're looking at someone as a resource. Oh, well, we'll just wait till, if the welfare is the issue, we'll improve the welfare. That's not the issue. The issue is you see them as an object, and now because they're an object, their welfare doesn't matter. Their welfare is about how much you can afford, right? Don't birth these individuals into existence. Don't demand that they be born into existence. And the best way to do that, to opt out of the system, is to live vegan. That's it. Live vegan. It's really simple. Go to my website, antianimaluse.org, or antianimaluse.org. Yeah, it's backwards because TikTok flips it. So what you're looking at is my OBS. Yeah, I know it's backwards. I mean, I could flip it for you, but I don't really care to because then it changes my settings. Yes, my background is backwards. Thank you. I am fully aware. It's backwards again because TikTok flips it. So this is what you're looking at is my OBS. This is the behind the scenes, essentially. This is how I control the live. You can see all my buttons. Oh, Burger King. Got it. Yes. Oh, nice. They have a vegan cheese too now? That's fantastic. Cool. Burger King makes a vegan burger with vegan cheese. Is that only by... I actually don't know where you're at, Nadia. Is it over by you or is it in the US? That's pretty awesome if they do. I haven't been to a traditional fast food restaurant in years. We have what's called Faceplant over here. We're very spoiled. And it's a sweet... It's just straight up vegan burgers, fries, and little vegan chicken nuggets and vegan milkshakes. Oh, so fucking good. So good. So good. Sorry, I thought you... Did you give me one? Oh, okay. Got it. I was like looking for it. Yeah, see, when you use that R word, you're telling me right there that you are insecure and that you have to put other groups down to make yourself feel better. So, goodbye. Goodbye, Glenn. I don't tolerate that. It's not okay. We're all people and we all have our own strengths and we don't need to use words to put down other groups that they aren't even here to defend themselves. That's even more effed up. Thank you. Oops. Your man as a little ass wee wee. That just sounds funny. I don't know what it means though. Your man has a little ass weenie. Don't know what it means, but it sounds funny. So if you choose a species for food production, we artificially protect, raise, and mass reproduce those animals in the wild. The animals are defenseless to wild predators that will eat themselves. Okay, so the question then comes to, would you rather be free, living out on your own, or would you rather be someone's slave? If someone gave you the option, they're like, you get to live out in the wilderness on your own, or you get to be a slave, and they get to decide when your life ends. Which would you choose? I personally would choose living out on the wilderness on my own, because I get to decide if I live or die, and I have a higher chance of escaping a predator than I do an enslaver. So, yeah. And because we can't even get their consent, you're just assuming that they would choose the farm. So, again, you're only choosing that because it's in your best interest, not theirs. If you can't get Fry's consent from them, then you're just exploiting them. You're just using them without their consent. Oh, but some of them might feel this way. Well, some humans are suicidal. Does that mean now we can go around just pew-pewing all humans because some are suicidal? No. That's silly. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Pug bacon. Yeah, go check out Elwood's dog farm. I bet you would find that also really delicious and awesome because they're transparent about their meat dogs and how they treat them and send them into slaughter. And they don't name them. They give them numbers because they're not pets. They're food. So definitely check out the Elwood's dog market. Molly is great. She even talked to Temple Grandin. She takes great inspiration from Temple Grandin, the lady that everybody likes to promote because she made a humane way to betray other animals that she can relate with. So she actually interviewed her and was like telling Temple Grandin how she inspired Elwood's dog meat. So definitely go check out Elwood's. Yeah, Ian Canada makes a great point too. When you say that you're preventing them from being predated upon, you're literally saving a couple of minutes of them suffering in that moment, in addition to stealing years of their potential lifespan. Just because you think they might want to not have that few minutes of suffering. Like I personally would take those extra minutes of suffering just so I can live free. And again, you can't get consent. So the safest thing to do is just not exploit anybody. You guys get to watch me roll a joint because we're on YouTube. This is how I deal with the repetition of excuses, is to calm down so that I'm not like, oh God, so we're going to the same excuse that doesn't even matter, like taste, crop deaths. These don't matter. We're talking about somebody who's enslaved, who deserves their freedom, and to not be born into some system that's going to just exploit them, or to be hunted in their home if they're wild. You know, like that's the whole point. We're all alive. We all want to keep living and have that next positive experience. And yes, we're going to bump into each other. But we should, if that's a problem, we should alleviate that problem without taking each other's lives if we can avoid doing so. Like, obviously, protect yourself, but we don't need to go after anybody. Excuse me. We don't need to use anybody. Tips being a butt. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to end it here as well. Thank you all for being here. Yes, I know animals are delicious. Plants are actually more delicious because animals, they don't taste good, actually. You have to season them. So plants are superior in flavor. We all know it. And if you're vegan, you're just better. That's the way it is. Go ahead and suck on that, non-vegans. All right. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to the vegans in here. Thank you for answering questions and bringing up points, things that I can't remember sometimes. We can only hold, I think it's 8 things in our mind at a time. So it always helps to have a team. Hey, nerds, what's up? Antero, Jake, Lambretta, Ian, Vegan Anthem, Utops, David, the 40-year-old vegan. If you're not following any of these vegans, you need to be following them now. They're amazing. They do great outreach. They put great content, or they're just out and about and they're active in chats. Jason Goot, Jake again. You guys are great. Okay, now we're going. No Injustice Lasts Forever. Tad Otto, Savvy Coops. Thank you all for being here. Fly Sensi, awesome. Allison. Just gonna name you all. Okay. All right, we're getting out of here. All right, I appreciate y'all. And if you're not vegan, be vegan and have a good vegan day. I'll see y'all.